Hello and welcome back to Arbitrary 20, to Chapter 12 of the Coming of the Dragon campaign.
Yay!
So, yeah, 5-word recap of last session.
Blue dragons.
Dragons are friends.
Dragons are friends.
Friends might be an overstatement, but yeah, so you guys...
They let us live.
They did let you live.
We left them.
Yeah, we let them.
Yeah, that's probably more accurate. So, yeah, so you guys went into... So, kind of the session before last, you fell into this kind of cave system, and then but didn't really do anything. And then last session, you guys explored it, and you found that it was actually a blue dragon lair. And you found a young blue dragon and a blue dragon wormling who were fiercely trying to protect their home. Upon almost killing one of them, the other intervened, asked you to stop, take what you want, go, just don't kill anyone. And you guys did exactly that. You took the entire dragon's secret hoard and proceeded to leave.
Woo.
And level up.
Yay!
So...
We sound so unenthused.
Yeah, no, you guys like, yay.
I
We're all
can't sound any
involved
more
now.
enthused.
Good morning.
My voice let me.
Good morning, class.
Good morning.
Say you're back.
So, yeah, so, do you want to do, let's just do a quick, like, what you leveled up into real fast, or just kind of your level split so that we know it, and then we'll roll HP.
Okay, so I'm going to be leveling up, taking 1 level in the Almighty Peace Cleric.
Peace Cleric. So what's your full split? Just
It's going to be 11 Rogue, and then 1 Cleric.
1 Cleric, cool.
So, yeah, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
D8, right?
So what's your total HP?
That was a D8.
Okay.
Yeah. My total HP is loading.
It's a lot of HP.
It's loading. It's loading. Come on, it's still loading. 91, I think.
91? It's pretty good.
If I roll through walls.
All right, Caitlin.
I just got a feat in
Well, no, that
in-
already
in
answered
my
all that.
cleric.
So,
So you leveled up to Cleric again.
Yeah.
Your full split, I think, is just Cleric, isn't
just
it?
cleric is
Just Cleric,
just
yeah.
pure. And then I just took telekinetic.
I'm done.
Telekinetic? Okay, so you can cast Mage Hand, like, at will or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Very cool.
John and I talked about a cool cheese strat. So
Oh, I'm sure.
he's like, you know what's cool with this? You can do this, this, and this. And I was like, dang, would never thought of that. That's pretty cool.
Okay,
That
so
was
yeah,
it.
roll HP.
Oh, I got 4.
Nice.
You know what? That's pretty
Maybe
good.
Angie will
Right.
get 5.
It wasn't the 2 like I called. So.
You just jinxed
Oh,
it.
3, 4.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
a
105.
Oh, you're
gonna roll 7
I
on
can't roll.
D7
I
on
can't roll a
D6.
7 on a D6. So this is not.
Interesting. All right, Angie, so what you doing?
I got another level in my warlock, so I'm a level 12 warlock, and I got a warcaster feat,
Okay.
Nice.
and an extra eldritch invocation. So I
Very
can
cool. Which one did you go with?
Eyes of the Rune Keeper, so I can read all writing, except
cool.
for apparently the runes.
It's not writing.
Damn it.
It is written.
Like, technically.
I don't know, do pictographs count as writing?
Yes.
Because
technic-
out of tray. It wasn't an
Hold on, let me
eight.
fact check
I
myself, but I'm
really
pretty sure
That is, in
Mandarin is
fact, out of
technically.
tray. These aren't
That's
pictographs either way.
Back to
so-
back.
4. God
Okay.
damn it. You jinxed it.
2, 3, yeah.
Did you really get a 4?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going 1 level. No, okay.
Wait, so what's
Um,
your total score now?
Oh,
106.
Yeah, 106.
My-
Heck
Nice.
yeah.
105,
Tanky
106.
as fuck. Okay, I'm going Bard 11, which will be Bard 11, Druid 1.
So you took 1 in Druid?
I've already taken 1 Druid.
Oh.
God, you don't know my character?
No, I don't know your character.
7?
That's a 2.
No!
Was it a 2?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Whoops.
That is in fact the lowest that you can roll when you roll HP with me.
It is what it is.
Now I have to roll the same thing.
Yeah.
Just to be
We
fair.
made-
Wait,
Maintained
no, I
the-
do it differently.
We've,
Too late now.
we've
but-
maintained the same HP.
No. Wait. What do you do
Yeah.
differently?
Well, you know, it's been a long time because I don't think it's been
Oh, like 6 months?
Yeah, like 6 months since they leveled up. when I do rolling HP, I had forgotten about this. So you roll once, and you can either take the average, or re-roll. But if you re-roll, you have to take it even if you get lower. So if you want to go back around and do that, that's fine.
I'm good. I'll just stay here. I don't want to risk that shit.
Keep in mind that the average is 5 for you.
He wants to reroll.
I'm rolling for it.
Okay, fine.
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
5?
Yeah.
5. Let's
There you
go.
All right, I'll reroll.
So if you rolled lower than the average, feel free to take the average or re-roll.
My rolled HP is now 69.
Did you roll one lower, Caitlin? Oh my god.
I'm
I
sorry.
got a 7. I felt real confident about re-rolling. Then I got a
Wait,
3.
you got a 4, right?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
take the average.
You're gonna take the average? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
Should've
go.
just
John,
taken the
so-
average.
You
You
roll
can take
once.
the average for 2 more.
Yeah.
I could just take the average.
Or you can re-roll.
Yeah. I'll just take the average.
You better fucking roll. We're not average here.
Okay.
We're not average.
Nice call.
Really
I
bad.
should
Yeah.
reroll.
Oh my god!
I got an 8. I maxed.
So you reroll ones anyway.
Yeah. Well, the reroll ones anyway?
Anyway,
Okay, so the
no matter what, re-roll once.
Even if you get a 6, you reroll it for this 5.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So what are you taking your level in today? What's your full split?
Sorcerer, yeah. I'm taking a level in Sorcerer. Yep.
What's your full split?
Ranger 5, Sorcerer 7.
Very cool.
No other classes yet. Oh yeah.
Awesome. All right. So, yeah. Okay. So everyone is leveled up. So yeah. So before session, you guys asked me if you guys could do some stuff before long rest, and so the answer is yes. The tough part is, you guys already kind of, most of you hit like the long rest button in D&D Beyond or
Yeah,
whatever
we
you guys
did.
use. So,
I did.
just kind of be aware of that. I don't know what your stats were. What spell slots you still had, all that stuff. So just kind of.
Here's my
You just
question to
wanted to make
you.
some stuff.
If we leveled up, do you make us, we added new spells, do you make us long rest first and then we're able to use those spells?
If you have to prepare them.
Yeah, we get the slots on the level up,
Yeah.
but you can't prepare any new spells yet.
Yeah, if you have to
Yeah.
prepare them, then
Well,
Okay.
did we level up before we slept or after we slept?
before you slept.
So you would have your spells the next day anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you're
that's what
good.
I'm asking.
Yeah.
You guys exited it. It was on exiting the lair. You guys leveled up and are now officially level 12. So if you guys would like, we can start there if you want. You guys exiting the lair. So just as before, there is a huge storm overhead, completely pouring down rain. Lightning is crackling, thunder booming everywhere. And there's a small like river of water around the hill that the Sealing Altar Pantheon is on. I know that you guys, last time you guys went, you grabbed your horse, your tree, and your scorpion, and then came back down with
What an
finding.
array of pets.
I have a zoo, okay?
Yeah.
That's just why I gave you
the one
the
thing
Pied
is, you said
Piper.
you kind of found an abandoned building. You're not in a city. You were there.
Okay.
This was a war camp, and it all got flattened. So there's not really much left standing for you
Okay.
to use in that. It doesn't make a difference.
that's
I'm
fine.
just letting you
I
know.
can make the portal invisible, so
Yeah.
not a big deal.
Yep. And you guys can feel free to attune to your new magic items from the Dragon's Hoard tonight. It's totally fine. But yeah. So what would you guys like to do?
I think I'm just gonna make him some material components and then go to
for
sleep.
him too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then could I pick up on the way like 10 to 20 rocks, like just small stones?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So with one of said rocks, I'm going to take the haversack, set it in front of me, so this thing travels. It does not travel very far. And then I'll take the rock and I'll cast Glyph of Warding and haste into the Glyph of Warding. And I will make the trigger when this rock is pulled out of this bag, and then I will drop it into the bag.
Okay. How long does the Glyph of Warding last? Is it just
Forever.
Forever. Very cool.
Until triggered. And then I'll take an hour and recast Find Familiar, and then I'm good. And I'm good until we actually go to bed at that point.
Very cool. Awesome. You guys are currently chilling in Rokin's Island paradise, so small crabs are doing your bidding, bringing you food.
Crab massage.
Armageddon has buried himself in the sands near the beach.
That's nice.
And is chilling out there. Root is currently looking like a tree. Doing what trees
Can't
do.
tell. He's just there.
Yep. Chilling.
As far as you guys can tell, he's back to being a normal tree.
Mm-hmm.
I like to imagine there's all these palm trees and then you just have this oak or like whatever he is, just standing
I
there.
didn't know he was a palm
Birch.
tree.
Oh, he's a
We
palm.
found
He's
he
also a
was
palm tree.
always-
Oh yeah, that's right. He
Blends
was.
in.
He does blend in.
Yeah, because you guys found an oasis, so
yeah,
he is
yeah,
a palm
He
tree.
is a palm tree.
Well, once we get to the main city, he's just going to be a palm tree.
In the middle of the
Just all these
city.
other areas.
Yeah, it'd be like finding a palm tree in the desert, basically.
Yeah.
You know, where it's
Yeah.
like not Vegas. Vegas doesn't count.
Welcome to Vegas in California.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
Crab massage.
Fair enough,
I
man.
mean crab rave.
Crab rave.
Crab
Yeah.
rave, yeah.
Did you make enough?
Yeah,
We can make
ones
enough for both of us.
Okay. I'll cast Find Familiar as well.
Cool.
I just want to go to sleep and wake up before everyone else is awake, but enough to where I can get a long rest. You know what I mean?
You only have to do it 4 hours, so
You're
Less.
enough.
easily enough.
So there you go.
4 hours.
You can rest for 4 hours. All right. So is everyone gonna go to sleep at this point?
I'm just gonna do good berries, but that's it.
Yeah.
I'll figure that out.
Okay.
You had said that last time, so it's
Yeah.
totally fine. So yeah, so you guys will successfully complete a long rest, unless Caitlin does something that keeps you guys from completing the latter half of it.
I will try right
so
now.
yours is 4 hours.
Uh-huh.
So is yours.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to wake up in 4 hours, that's
My
you know.
trance is I'm just having a staring contest with a crab for 4 hours.
Okay. Fair enough.
So it's winning.
You're sitting there, your like eyes are
For 4
beet
hours,
red for
yeah.
4 hours.
I'm just crying. I'm not gonna give up this time.
You piece of shit crab. Little did you know Roken made it so that they don't blink. I don't know. I don't think the
I
crabs
think no, they do. They just blink one eye at a time.
do they.
I'm like
I don't know
95
that's
on that.
The crabs.
I mean, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and say that they're
Yes.
physically
Yes,
capable of it. but
Clubs
I'm
do
gonna-
in fact.
So Roken, can the crabs that you created blink? Is the question.
I mean,
Would you know they blinked?
oh yeah, you're in your own like tent, so
I'm
yeah,
not
they
gonna
would
give
still
up, you
blink.
little shit.
They would still blink.
Yes,
so
they would still
so eventually, every once in a while, they do blink.
I
Well,
apparently just zoned out and not noticed.
Maybe
so-
maybe you just fell asleep.
Or maybe, yeah, no, yeah.
You didn't even
But
know.
that's what I'm doing.
All right, so 4 hours will go by. The three of you are still asleep. You are still having your staring contest, and then you wake up early. What did you want to do?
Like, so is it tents? Like, so we're in this island oasis, but we don't know if
Everyone
we
gets their
really-
own tent, right?
We just have our own tent.
Like, think of it.
You guys
like,
all have a cabana to yourself.
that's
Oh,
what
that's
it
what I
was,
was
a cabana. So it's like a cabin with like cloth walls.
Yeah, that's what I imagined. So I'll sit up in my little cabana and like I assume there's light, so I'll turn on a little lamp.
Okay.
And Luna's laying there like always, staring at me because I've finally moved.
hmm
And I'll get up and like go to my little like backpack and start like rustling through things.
Okay.
And start talking to Luna. Be like, Luna, it's time. We're gonna finally try it. I feel good about this one. I think I have it all prepared. And it's definitely gonna work this time. Like,
So you have a telepathic bond with Luna, right?
yeah.
Okay. So you are gonna hear in your head. Sounds good to me, boss. Because here's the thing. I think that there's this assumption that like female cats have like high pitched voices, like humans. I think that that's totally bumped.
You know the video of the cat?
Meow.
Yeah. No one's heard her meow, so that's totally.
Meow. I'm gonna say that's what Luna's gonna sound like. So sounds good to me. I think it's a good idea.
Okay, so you can jump on my shoulders, and then we're gonna go in there. But you have to promise me this time
But you do your part, and you're gonna hand him this potion, alright? And then I'm gonna come in there, and I'm gonna do this.
No promises. I am an agent of chaos. While you claim to control me, my fate is my own.
What if I give you a mushroom this time?
This is acceptable.
Okay.
Oh, sneak. As close as much as Prim can with this little vial to the beginning entrance of Ludo
Roll
Theo's
stealth.
thing.
Versus his passive.
How good's your passive?
It's pretty low right now because I'm staring at the crab.
I would have noted.
I mean, do you want to make a perception check?
I will say she would have taken off all her armor to sleep because I don't think you can really sleep.
You can't sleep in armor.
So okay,
yeah.
so it's just a straight roll.
It hasn't really come up yet, but if you guys ever got attacked at night, you wouldn't be wearing your armor.
Okay, 19.
Oh, that's higher than my passive.
There you go.
Okay.
You successfully sneak by as he is staring at this crab. This crab does not know that he is in a staring contest.
Okay.
Give up your little sheet.
The crab like slowly blinks one eye and then the other.
Okay.
And I'll drop Luna down and go,
Alright, Luna.
in my head.
Here's your chance.
And I'll take a mushroom out and like put this potion on it and hand it to her.
I'll go, okay. Hopefully this works, and he'll remember you, because you were his at one point, but you have to remember that you can't give him preferential treatment anymore because he got abandoned, or you were abandoned by him, I should say. And I took care of you. So just remember who took care of you when he left.
We shall see. And well, cats are agents of chaos.
Yeah.
So Luna's
Especially
going
this
to
one.
go to Theo.
Yeah, what's this mushroom?
Yeah, so go and so you're gonna see this cat come on in through your cabana, holding a mushroom and a vial.
She's gonna put it in front of your lap and it'll cast.
All right, you do know cats, so it looks very much like this cat is trying to bring you a dead mouse, but it's a mushroom with a vial in it, on it.
She just poured it, whatever the contents
Oh,
were
okay.
on
The
it.
vial itself isn't there. You poured
Put
the contents of the vial on the mushroom.
Because somehow in Prim's mind, this is gonna work this way.
Fair enough.
Which I don't think she's really thought that part through. And she'll put it on your lap, and it'll cast greater restoration.
The mushroom will or the cat will?
I don't know.
Do you have the material component for greater restoration?
That's a good question.
We have 1,000 gold diamond, but
Yeah,
Did she get it?
But
from
do
Ro-
you use it for
Did
this?
she get
I
it from
do.
Roken?
I would have tried to get it from Roken, yes. At
Did
some
you
point.
ask for
do
it?
we need to rewind?
Yeah, I guess.
I didn't know what you were gonna do, so okay. So you're gonna need a diamond dust worth at least 100 gold
I
pieces.
don't know if it'll work.
What are you trying to do?
We'll see.
Let's rewind.
I'll say this: how long have you been planning to do this?
IRL?
Either.
like 6 months.
Okay. I'll let you go back. You could have grabbed 100 gold pieces worth of diamond dust from the dragon horde
Oh, okay.
yesterday. So we're not going to worry about it. We're going to say that in the kind of the display horde that you guys
there was
found.
no diamonds.
There you go.
she found it.
She found
It's
some.
because I pickpocketed it
I mean,
before
if-
anyone came by.
Or you can go through and I'll leave it up to you. You can also say that you grabbed the diamond or asked him
I
for
wouldn't
it
have
and grabbed.
Conversation needs to happen.
Okay, fine. Let's have this conversation.
All right, rewind. I'm sorry, I didn't know what you were going to do. So,
That's fair.
all right.
So I
So
mean, if you want to just find it, that's fine.
I'll give you the option. You can ask Roken for it beforehand, kind of privately, or you can attempt to steal it from him, which would be fairly difficult, but possible.
I'm not gonna try to steal this. I'll just have the conversation with him. It'll be fine.
I thought
Alright,
she found
so-
the dust, but okay.
What do you do?
I thought she has the dust.
No, I think she wants to
Oh, okay.
have the conversation going.
She's gonna try it.
All right, so rewind before everyone's going to bed. While did you want to? Were you doing any magic item work today?
I ended up casting Goodberry 10 times, so should I do that? Roll for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will say, I think
We'll
that
say this
everyone
is
can
before
figure out
the
the book is what's causing all the wild magic.
Oh.
Okay.
I didn't figure that out.
And then on the first 5. We're good.
All right.
Nice.
You're good there. So
So yeah, you can walk sort of a little ways into the jungle and find his cave.
Okay. Hey, are you there?
Sort of crawls out.
Oh, that's not creepy at all.
Yes.
I need the diamond.
4.
It's for Luna.
This isn't a lie. It is for Luna.
I know
What is your
it's
cat
a lie
going
by
to-
omission.
What is your cat going to do with the diamond?
She's gonna pour some liquid over a mushroom and give it to Theo. But you can't tell Theo.
But what is it going to do to Theo?
I don't know yet. It shouldn't hurt him. It should heal him, actually.
Shouldn't.
But what is it?
It's a mushroom.
What
Huh?
do you mean by heal him?
It should heal him.
Of what? What? Is he sick?
Yeah.
What?
You haven't noticed that
what
he's
is the
sick? He's
sickness?
weird. He's got like missing like memories and stuff.
No, I haven't noticed anything wrong with him.
Maybe it's just me. Well, anyway, I need the diamond for it.
What memories do you think he's missing?
I know he's missing stuff.
Fine, but I'm coming along.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Okay, so here's the plan. We're gonna wait till everyone's asleep.
I can make you a bit quieter.
That's fair. I
You
mean,
already rolled the stealth check,
Yeah,
so
it's
you
fine.
don't think you need to if you want to.
Oh, well, no, he would have already used.
Yeah, I'm
all
like,
his
I'm pretty sure you
spell
already
It's
don't
fine.
have any spells.
I got a 19.
I can't do that.
But you, however, if you're coming with, will now need to roll.
I would stay far enough back and watch. But
okay, here's the plan.
All right.
So here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna wait until everyone's asleep. I'm an elf, so I only really need 4 hours. But also he's an elf.
You woke him up halfway through his rest, yeah. So-
Oh no. For this mission, that might not
You can
work.
have up to an hour.
Because I don't think it will.
I'm fine, yeah. But
And then I'm gonna take Luna and she's gonna give him the mushroom that's covered in this stuff, and hopefully it fixes it. And if not, we wasted the diamond.
Wouldn't be the entire.
yeah,
Let's be clear here.
Yeah. That value is still enough for what we would need it for. but-
Yes. I bring things back from the dead all the time, so I'm not really worried. Why do you think Luna's lived this long? No, I'm kidding.
I'm joking. I'm actually joking.
Well, so mechanically, you're basically just casting Greater Restoration through the familiar, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So,
She's a cat, but yeah.
So
Prim's not gonna be able to get close enough.
Oh yeah, can I insight check?
Go, I will be honest.
Okay, I was about to say roll persuasion or deception. Don't tell us which.
Yeah. It is. I only got a 13, so you're probably good.
I got a 4.
Okay, well,
But, well, does
are you
he's
telling?
successful? Are you telling the truth?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
this is what she wants
You
to
believe
do.
that she's telling the truth.
She's weird enough to where she'd probably just not lie. Just tell her.
He draws the diamond and hands it to you. Yeah.
Okay, great. I'll see you in 4 hours.
Or right now, whichever.
I don't know if you wanted to do
I'll
this
stay.
like right now.
It would have been
like,
whenever he was done
I'll
doing his
stay.
good movies.
Okay,
I'll stay
so
back here.
we'll
Well, I
say
would have
that
done
this
that
was-
4 hours ago.
Oh, okay.
So
If she woke me up in the middle of my rest, yeah.
this was before the rest. So I think you were thinking before the rest. Did I get that right?
I thought you said you were gonna rest first.
I was gonna rest first.
So
Wait.
No. You were asking him before the rest.
Yeah, to
So
do it.
asking you before the rest, She
I
rests
understand
for
that.
4 hours.
Okay, so what he would actually
and then
say
wakes
is-
you up.
He would say, okay, wake me up in 4 hours.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
4 hours later.
Rewind. 4 hours later, you're still bleary-eyed and tired.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're still having your staring contest. You rolled. You stay
I
back.
hand her the diamond and I sit back in the trees.
Yes.
Okay, you ready?
You stay back in the
Watch,
trees.
yeah.
You have the diamond. It's only gonna use up 100 gold pieces of the diamond.
So
it's
we'll
not
have
gonna.
900 left.
Yeah, it's gonna effectively like carve a chunk off of this diamond
Okay.
into the spell will.
Yeah.
It won't consume the entire diamond.
Well,
I feel
that's
like
good.
that would be. I can't remember how much I said it was.
1,000.
What, 1,000? Yeah. So I think
Okay.
you have 3 Revivifies left.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, so it casts Greater Restoration, right?
And I will remove 100 gold from the diamond.
Yep. It's now a 900 gold piece diamond, and Theo.
I'm gonna blink.
Did you lose?
He's been losing. Let's be real here.
Oh well. It is a crab.
No. 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 I lost so much time. I'll turn to look at you.
No, she's outside the door. So
Oh, you're outside the
door.
Luna is the
Is the
only
cat?
one there.
Yeah, all you see is the cat,
And the crab.
In the crab.
and the crab is still there. The crab thinks that it has won, although I don't think it ever knew that it was playing the game in the first place.
Hello, Luna. It's been a long time since I've recognized you. Do you know where Prim is?
Do you also speak telepathically with Luna now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you asked where Prim was?
Mm-hmm.
She's in the other room, outside the cabana. I am hungry.
I'll deal with that later. I know I was always your favorite, but
I am hungry.
go eat the crab right there. It's a little disoriented from staring at me for 4 hours.
It will. Okay, Luna's gonna go after this crab.
Oh,
I think that's fine. I think the crabs know about that. Like, they're. Remember, didn't you make it so that they could take the crabs with the.
It's fine. They're like unseen servants, basically. So
Yeah.
it's fine.
Jerry's like,
Roken's-
"Where's
Roken's
Tom?
gonna
Tom
cast
hasn't been back in a while."
message, Roken's gonna cast message to Prim. Did it work?
I don't know yet. He hasn't come out, but I hear something.
Okay.
You can come up here if you want.
Okay, Roken will slowly start approaching.
Walking out, you're gonna see me start crying.
Oh,
I'm gonna go,
did it work?
I guess I don't know what's where, why.
Well, that's simple to remember. Where's Luna? I promised her a mushroom.
Oh, she's eating a crab right now.
She's
Don't
gonna
worry.
come out, like a minute later with just like a leg sticking out. What?
That's amazing. Cat just devours it entire.
Okay, see, I view these crabs as like the crabs from like Pirates. They're only like this big.
Yeah, the
Were you thinking they were like big
a little
crabs?
bit bigger.
Oh.
Well, they gotta be able to bring people stuff.
I thought they just the power of friendship. There were like 20 of them that would bring people
well,
stuff.
in some cases,
she's funnier.
yeah.
Do you want bigger crabs or smaller crabs?
All-
I guess I never
All
asked.
of the above.
All right, that one was a particularly small crab then.
I'm very sorry for running away,
Yeah,
but I need to know one thing. And do you know where Kaladin is?
Kaladin.
Yeah,
No.
because when I see him, I'm gonna fucking kill him. I swear to God.
Didn't we kill him?
No.
No, we didn't
No,
kill him.
we let him get away.
Well, that's true.
Well, I let him get away.
Okay, regardless, that's a literal different
I
life.
am happy to see you.
I'm happy to see you too, brother. It's been so long. I'm also really mad. Why did you leave?
Sorry, I'm also really mad.
Roken is just pure confusion.
Oh yeah, Rogan helped me.
Yeah, okay.
You know how many nights I've been sitting there sneaking into your room trying to...
I don't want to know, but
Luna knows.
The diamond we got last night allowed us to do that.
You're gonna hear some thumping, and then you're gonna see a tree much closer to you than it was a few years ago.
What exactly is going on?
Oh, he was my brother.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Oh, okay.
At least I thought I did.
I didn't know that, I guess.
You guys wake up the rest of the party.
Okay, wait. Did Roken actually know that?
Oh,
Unless she had said that.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought.
I think that all of us
You
as
know
Yeah, we
players
all
knew
do
it.
that as
You
fun. Okay,
know
so-
that.
But I don't think the characters did.
Oh, all right.
Theo ran away.
You do look relatively similar. So.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the mushrooms.
I I ran away for my own purposes.
Uh-huh.
I didn't feel like I fit in anymore with the family. And their
You hear a
purpose.
shuffling of sand as Armageddon also comes out.
I do need to tell you something though.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I can remember, and it's all hazy, it seems like at some point during the war, someone fucked with my head and kind of changed who I was, at least from what I remember now. But that's all mostly gone. I just remember a lot of loss, and I needed help.
Okay.
And I
Well,
wasn't there.
yeah. Well, you're back.
Sadly.
She's just start crying because it's been so long.
I tried for a it's been 40 years.
That is
I
true.
got married, and then he died.
Okay.
I still see him sometimes, but you know that.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Must be difficult.
But then, Sylvanas showed me some visions of you in the war, so then I figured I'd come save you. Just like old times.
It took you a long time to figure this out, is all I'm saying.
A long time. You trying to fuck with your brother's head.
Armageddon's gonna say from his, kind of is like a little ways away. You didn't know that you were siblings?
Well, I knew.
I smelled it on you from the day I met you.
Oh. Yeah, no, I had no idea. I was kind of disgusted by her at first, so...
That's unfortunate. I ate my siblings.
You know what? I might change your name to Giga Chad.
I like that.
That's pretty hardcore. Maybe the next friend we get will be Giga Chad.
It is the way of the world.
Yeah.
No, I lost a lot in the war, and I wanted help from someone. And I guess they decided just to fuck with my head and send me back in. So,
Yeah, since we met, I've been trying to brew potions to figure out which one would work.
that makes sense.
And who might that be who did that?
I mean, from what I can remember, it was Commander Kaladin was the one who got most of us killed.
If you guys want to be woken up by this point, I think that's fine. I don't think they've been trying to be quiet.
No, we haven't been trying to get
I'm just letting you know that if you want to input on this, you can feel free to.
Okay.
Yeah.
From the sound of them crying. Just like,
I hear the call of my people.
Of course, sorry, but is there something we should do about that?
I think I need time to decide on the way back, but I know what I want to do, at least. We'll find out.
You know, Mom and Dad never stopped looking for you.
I'm not surprised. They're always so intrusive, and they didn't like what I wanted.
I mean, we're all a very weird family, and yet you were the weird one.
Yeah. It's not so weird to like music, okay? Like,
I mean, when we come from a bunch of tea makers, the person who likes music is a little
all
weird.
I wanted to do was play a fucking music, and they didn't want that, so I left.
I do remember when you told Mom and Dad. They asked you if you were sure.
Mm-hmm. I was sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So I ran. And you know what? I don't regret that.
Mm-hmm.
But I do regret helping the war. Disgusting activities.
Yeah. Yeah. I still get nightmares from that, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's alright. It's just a dream.
Oh. Yeah, it doesn't feel like a dream, but that's alright. I have mushrooms for that. Well, they're not, it's not actual mushrooms. It's like
They
you
make
know
you
what I'm
happy when
talking
you
about.
drink them.
They're like
Yeah.
sleep aids.
Yeah, it's the ones that we used to, go.
Yeah. Thick. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not the ones in my head.
Yeah, that's true.
That doesn't sound healthy, but whatever works.
One time, no, I won't even tell you. Don't worry about it.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to pull pranks on each other like that.
So, Root is going to ask, what do you remember
I just remember the worst day of my life, and after that it's kind of gone. I do remember my childhood now, somewhat regretfully, but that's how my view is of it at least.
Oh.
Not you, but our situation at least.
Yeah, our situation wasn't really great.
No.
I mean, it still isn't.
I didn't like traveling. It was
Yeah.
not my thing.
No.
But yeah, I just remember my entire group of friends and someone else dying, losing everything, and that's where it kind of goes blank. But I'll find that memory.
Do we think another one of those spells could assist with that?
I don't think so.
I think it's just time.
Maybe time. Maybe once I kill enough people, I'll get it back.
You know,
I am, even with my limited knowledge, I am not sure that's how that works.
I think it's how it works right now. It's what I want right now, at least. But maybe that will change. Maybe.
well, I guess the next business is figuring out who gets Luna. You abandoned her, so I kept her safe.
She's mine.
I think she should choose.
I am queen of all that is golden.
Yeah, that's
You are
fair.
both my subjects.
She does kind of domesticate us. And
Yeah, a little bit.
I think that's why I kept.
Servants, bring me crab.
Do you want the
hunt your own
mushroom?
crab.
You
You
are my
gotta lose
servants.
some weight anyway. You've gained
I
some
am
weight since I've
queen.
seen you. You're kind of fat now.
I actually fed her.
What? You're gonna give up her killer instinct? She's supposed to hunt on her own.
No, she still does.
No. I can
I
tell.
hunt better than you, mortal.
I'll pick her up with the scruff of her neck. Well, I know how to control you.
She's gonna like start like. That's like unhand me, you fiend.
Okay, well, I guess she'll just decide who to sleep by.
Yeah, she'll choose on her own. I think that's why I was making all these friends around me, is to try and get something back at least of what I lost.
Mm.
Kind of look down towards my 10 gloves. This makes sense too.
Your gloves?
They reminded me of who I lost.
Who did you lose?
When
I mean, besides me, of course.
yeah, I mean, but you're not dead, so
I don't think I'm dead.
no. I lost all my friends, and I was in love with someone, and she's gone too. So
Well, we got that in common. Mm.
yeah.
It's rough, buddy.
It is rough. What happens?
Well, if we get like a plank of wood, I can write on it and we could probably talk to her.
I think she's probably in a better place. I don't think that's a good idea.
I still have my like oracle orb too.
What does it do?
I can see stuff.
Sometimes it's better to just let things go.
Yeah. I'm just saying if you had any unresolved things you wanted to say.
No. We're in good terms.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go sleep. I have a lot to decipher in my head of what's actually happened to me now.
Okay. I'm gonna just watch you sleep so you'd make sure it doesn't revert.
I'm gonna watch you sleep.
That makes so much logical sense in Prim's mind. to fear it returning.
It's fair. No, I get
Yeah,
it.
you
It was
know,
just,
it's
I'm gonna watch you sleep.
Yeah, well, you know what she means.
That's fine. I don't care.
Okay, Luna. It looks like you don't have to decide who you want to sleep with. You can just sleep on Theo for now.
I unfortunately
You all are my
have
subjects. I
Oh,
sleep where I want.
you think that?
All better.
Bring me crab, mortal.
No.
I need better help.
I unfortunately have to sleep twice as long as both of you, so I will see you. And if you need something, let me know.
I'll let you know, but
Okay.
I might be a bit on my own for the next bit.
Root is gonna say, I am a tree. I don't need sleep.
I think you.
Must be nice, Root.
Yeah, that's true. That's why we keep you around, Root. You don't really have a choice.
I
You will
know.
one day, though. You can choose to stay or go back if you
Yeah,
want.
I know. I probably won't. Life seems boring as a tree now.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't. When I was a tree, it wasn't so bad. And then now that I've glimpsed something called intelligence being awakened, I don't think I could go back, because then it would just be the torture of knowing that once I had something good and I no longer have that thing.
Well, if you ever have if you ever see a tree you want to be a friend with, or you know, have more than a friend,
It's not really how that works, but okay.
Yeah, and I know that's not how that works, but you have intelligence now, so you could make it work. Anyway.
Do you think I have some sort of attraction to other trees?
I mean, what if their pollen is nice or something, you know? They got a nice
I mean,
smell.
I guess, but then we'd have to get the bees involved, and then it just...
I mean, I can get the
Are
bees.
you gonna awaken bees too?
I can't get the birds, but I can get the bees.
I don't think this is a good idea.
Okay, I'm just saying, if you wanted a friend, I can always make another tree.
I wonder
I
if
have
can,
Armageddon.
That's true.
I wonder if I can make
Armageddon's gonna
mushrooms
be like, we
grow.
are not friends.
You guys are friends. Okay, I'm gonna go sleep and
Okay, I'm gonna
figure
watch
out
you.
my life and decide what I want to do from here.
Okay. Alright, is there anything else that you would like to do? You're just gonna sit and watch him sleep?
Yeah, make sure it doesn't
Well,
go
he just
over.
has a rough night. You're going back to bed. You guys, I don't know if either of you actually did wake up or not. I'm good either way.
I stayed asleep.
You stayed asleep.
Yes.
I'm
You're
gonna
broken
say
the
that I
back
woke
bed.
up and
Yeah.
like heard things, but then went back to sleep.
Fair enough. Okay, you guys will successfully complete a long rest.
Amazing.
Congratulations! Alright, I'm gonna need you guys. Oh, no, never mind. You guys aren't very far from the. Yeah, so when you guys wake up, if you guys were to peek outside, you don't have to. You see that the entire area is still stormy.
Wait, real quick, the Greater Restoration is also a wild magic
Yes.
search. I wanted to wait until after.
That would have been a little awkward.
Well, maybe you did all that without any hair.
It's a 5.
You're
We're
fine.
good.
I was really hoping it'd be lower because that'd be so funny.
It's like, hair falls off. You look different.
There's no mushrooms, like at all.
They give, if Prim's hair were to fall off, the mushrooms would stay.
That's
terrifying.
Would they?
that
I don't
is
know.
indeed terrifying.
I didn't think so.
Please never roll that.
Yeah,
So they were growing out of your head, right?
They're growing out my hair.
Out of your hair?
Yeah.
Not your head. The hair itself.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, I guess mushrooms would go with it.
Okay, good. That would be actually terrifying.
I after it happened to Belladonna, I had this discussion in my head of like I need to decide.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so
Just
how
in
does it
case.
connect it?
Just in
Okay,
case
so
it happens again.
you guys will regain all spell slots, regain everything. You guys have a full 24 hours. So effectively from when you wake up, you have a full 24 hours till Telindrend was set to arrive. So whatever you guys would like to do.
We could send him a message, I guess.
Lastland's gonna.
You do have sending stones. I don't believe you've used any of them. You guys have like a bag full of sending stones that reach back to Telindrend, and you haven't used any of them. And you have one that goes back to Taka.
Who had that bag? Was it me?
Probably you.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it most likely is. I have sending
I will
too.
write it
so.
down now, but
Yeah, it's not me.
but I will pull the one with Telindrend out of the bag.
You scrying on Taka.
I wish. We don't have the material components for it.
You guys don't have the
Not yet.
It would be funny though to see what
I
Taka's
do
up
have
to.
scrying, I just don't know that you have.
I can make it soon.
Alright. Yeah, well, what do you want me to say?
How many words do you have for sending?
25. I can
Well, I
say a few
guess
sentences.
we should probably tell him we have the item. And then we gotta remind him that he said he was gonna, like, let us ride back on him. Yes, he did say that.
Well,
He said he was gonna
why
pick us up.
don't we, I think persuading him to do that maybe, or asking him to do that may be better when he's here.
Mm.
Why don't we just start with we have the item and when do you think he'll be here?
Okay.
Unless we think there's anything else.
I don't think there's anything else.
Alright, I can cast sending to
Pretty
the sending
basic.
stone.
And what exactly do you say? You have 25 words.
Hello, Telindrend. This is Rogan.
Start over.
How are you doing?
That's fine.
Yeah, I was like, this is fine, right? Let's look at this.
Start doing that.
I was listening to the message.
That's fine. I believe we have the item we are looking for.
Alright, that's 15. Total.
Yeah.
We are just outside the altar. When do you think you'll be here?
We are just outside the altar. When do you think?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or just get rid of the word just.
I don't think that was 15, but
It was.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
well,
You could
yeah.
just get rid of just.
that's true.
We are outside the altar.
When will you
Oh.
be here?
Or outside the altar.
We are outside the altar. When you be here?
Will you be here?
When you be here?
When you be here? Technically, when you be here puts up to 24, so you could say when will you be here?
Okay,
and it
when
would
will
work.
you be here? Yeah.
So in a few moments, you're gonna see. All right, let me see.
I'm sending that from.
It doesn't talk about like receiving it.
Still from inside the mansion.
Isn't it just like
It's pretty much immediate.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like what happens when you receive a message.
I wonder if it's from the
You
stone.
you can just. Oh, this with the stone. Yeah,
Yeah.
as long as the stone's on you, then it just functions as the sending
Yeah.
spell. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're gonna hear in your head from one of the stones in the bag because it's No, I guess they do work both ways. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they're always a pair.
yeah, so you're gonna hear kind of this rumbling, deep voice, kind of like an avalanche. Now I have to count. I will be there tomorrow. I have a group of wizards. Apparently, it's thought I said okay, Google.
Keyword wizard.
Keyword wizard. Shit, I was on 12. I was like,
Yeah.
I have brought a group of wizard, right?
I will have a girl with
Okay, I'll
it.
have a group of wizards to ferry you back. What is the artifact? You have a group of sending stones so that you can actually relay messages back and forth.
Okay, I'll pick
Because
up,
that's
I'll pick
normally
up-
once a
I'll
day.
pick up another one that's to Telindrend. Yeah.
You have like 20.
I know,
like that.
yeah.
That was the point.
I know.
What
so-
did you say?
So I'll pick up another one that's to Telindrend. He said a group of wizards will ferry us back.
Oh,
And
how are they getting
he
here
asked me
though?
what the item is.
Oh, I
We
wonder.
know exactly what it is yet.
Just looks like a diary.
You
Or
can feel free to
journal.
pull it out again. I'll describe it again.
It's a book.
Yeah.
It's a book with multicolored runes in it and a map of the west coast on the back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nightlight.
I'll use the next sending stone. I will describe the book as best I can in 25 words. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say he'll kind of ask, does it have any markings on the map?
I
Or
look,
is it just runes?
I look, does it?
No, just runes.
No markings, just runes.
You don't receive a response.
Okay. I put the book back. So I have I have a bunch of sending stones to Telindrend, one to Taka, and then
That's
it. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
If you want to ask Taco what he's up to, you can, but you only have the one thing, so.
I know.
I can just cast sending and hear back.
While that's happening, Leslyn would like to go for a morning swim.
You know
she's
what?
Gonna,
You can.
she's gonna open up the fortress and climb up to the top of it and use it as a diving.
So for the first time using your instant fortress, you pop it into the water. What's your command word?
Oh my god, I don't know.
It can be whatever you want.
Oh my god, this is a lot of pressure. What's a funny word?
Fireball.
What's a word she would say?
Yeah, what does the word say?
What would I say? I don't know.
Oops.
Call
Big
it,
oof.
call it Jenga.
Jenga.
D's, no.
All right, so you pop it on the ground and say D's, and a 20 by 20 by 30 tower rockets out in front of you, seeming to unfold kind of from nowhere. So it almost like a pop-up book. It seems to unfold into reality before solidifying into an adamantine tower 30 feet tall. There's a battlement on the top. Do you know what a battlement is? Okay, yeah. So a battlement is where you have you know how on a castle it has those
Yeah.
jigsaw almost
Yeah.
things? That's a battlement where you can stand up there and that's cover and you can shoot arrows down and you can have partial cover.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a battlement. So there's not actually a diving board on it,
No, I know.
but you can just dive off of it.
Yeah, that was the plan.
So how deep is the water, John?
Oh,
That's it, yeah.
you put it right next. I mean, it's not super deep. It's probably 10 feet deep. Then you hit an invisible wall.
Oh.
That's enough.
Well, so
I mean, 10 feet
so
deep
you
is still
dive.
a pool. 10 feet deep is still a pool. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
but a 30-foot high dive.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if you, yeah.
Be enough.
So you
That's
dive
enough.
gracefully. To you guys, it is the most graceful dive that you have ever seen. And you slip into the water with barely a crash, and you faceplant straight into an invisible wall at the bottom. You do not take any falling damage, but it does hurt just a little bit.
She's gonna stay submerged in the water for a few minutes.
Okay, anything else that you guys would like to do?
How long are you down
Leslyn
there?
is just
You said-
chilling.
Yeah, that's right. +4, so +4 to con.
So you can do at least 5 minutes.
Okay. She's
So,
gonna-
at what point do we go in there? Because she hasn't come up back.
Sounds kind of nice. But I don't think I can make that dive. So.
Not coming back
Root
up or
is
making
gonna-
the dive.
Root's gonna look
Not
at
sure.
it, and he's 15 feet tall, so he's not, and he's looking at it and going, "Where did this come from?"
I don't know. She just
Oh, I know,
pulled
Root
it
has
out
a
of
high
her
voice. Where did
pocket.
this come from?
I guess she just
Her
she
pocket?
just summoned tower.
I don't
Summon
know
tower?
where it came from, but if she's still down there in a few minutes, I can go. I can hold my breath for about an hour.
You can swim?
Did we see
Though
her?
I am a turtle, we do not naturally.
I thought
swim
you were
very
a
well.
tortoise. This is gonna be Root here. I thought you were a tortoise.
I am a turtle, to be exact, but
You're a
we do
turtle?
not naturally swim incredibly well, but we can naturally hold our breath for a long time.
You had a little bit of phlegm right there. It's turtle, right?
Turtle.
Turtle?
Tor.
Turtle.
Whatever you want.
That's crazy.
Did you not know that? I thought you've been traveling with us.
Yeah, my brain's kind of fucked up right now, so it's.
I didn't give him anything.
You know who I am?
Oh yeah, of course. Your boot.
Your handwriting isn't very good.
No, I do remember you.
Okay.
Of course.
Do you still remember
Armageddon
me?
is gonna be I don't care whether he remembers me or not.
I know you care,
I do not care.
Giga Chad. I know you care.
I am fine with the name Armageddon. Do not use Giga Chad as my name.
We'll see. I do remember.
Leslie's just swimming around with the crabs on the floor.
Yeah, just chilling out, free diving underneath the water. I think Kate Winslet held her breath for 7 minutes on the thing for Avatar.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That's
Oh
weird.
my god.
Anyway, sorry, random factoid. That movie's coming out soon, I think. So
So, at what point are we we're just gonna watch her? Hopefully she comes back?
After another 2 minutes, I'll probably go down and check.
What if you jumped off the tower?
No,
I think you
that
make a
would
big
end
cannonball.
very poorly.
You have a shell.
Yeah, you'd be
You just.
Okay, but if I land on her, then we're going to have some problems.
Armageddon's gonna like Armageddon, who's still buried in the sand. He just talks telepathically, right?
No, he can speak. He talks to me. Well, let me look at this book.
I thought he was
I can't
entertaining.
remember.
No,
I
I
I think
think
he's able to speak one language.
Yeah, I think he actually speaks common.
I think that you're right.
Yeah, speak one language I know, which I
Yeah.
would choose common. Yeah.
Yeah. He's really like, would your shell or Armageddon's low? Would your shell break?
That's not that far of a fall. I don't think I'd be worried about that.
That would be an interesting thing to see.
Do you wash your shell?
That's kind of difficult.
Maybe we could make you a brush.
John's face. After I've been asking him to have a brush since the beginning
Yeah, I
of the
know.
campaign.
Since we learned turtles
He's like,
could
well,
do
take my
that.
character seriously, but you need a turtle brush.
Here's a solid gold brush.
I'm unsure of the point, but don't waste it.
I mean,
I don't know
I
the creator.
I brush my hair, and that's
Broken
like.
begins walking into the water.
I'm gonna scrub him as he goes.
Did he do the wiggle?
From the
No.
from the bottom, you just see
The water
him walk
is
in.
enough.
She's gonna resurface on the other side of the island.
Oh jeez.
Well, it doesn't actually go down.
Oh,
I think we get
still.
like a 50-foot beach, basically.
Yeah, it's
so
like, I don't
she's
think
gonna-
it's not like it's big
I can
to
look-
where it's like this illusion of an
Okay.
island, and you guys have a bay, but it's not an actual island.
Well, still, she's gonna resurface like way
As far away
further
as you can.
from where she dove in.
Yeah, it's 10, 50 10 by 10 cubes. So yeah, that makes sense.
There you go.
It's like a 50 to 100 foot beach.
Yeah, like you
probably,
have like a decent place to swim, but you don't have an entire island.
Okay.
Do you
Yeah.
see her?
So no, I don't. Right? If you're swimming around.
She's still on, like she's still in the water. Make a perception check.
Let's see if I
How's
see-
your eyesight underwater?
If I see you down the way, well, would it be heavily obscured underwater?
I'd say lightly obscured.
Then I should still be all right, I think.
Island water is normally pretty
With the
clear,
guidance, oh boy. Okay.
unless it's windy, which
That's
it's not.
That's only a 13.
13. I'm gonna say yeah. You can kind of like make her out
Down the way.
down the way. Like you
Okay.
see that she's there. You don't really see what she's doing.
She just climbs directly back out. She's fine. She swam down that way.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad to know she's not dead.
That's a good thing.
What would you guys like to do?
I'm just gonna sit here and wait for her.
Just sits.
All right.
I don't know how to swim, so this would be nice to know how to learn.
You're gonna get a DM inspiration of you now have an artifact that allows you to do alchemy, or at least some.
Okay.
If you start today, you can actually be doing alchemy like tomorrow.
Great, I'll do
I'm
it.
just letting you know.
Cool.
That's a thing you can do if you wanted to do that.
Yeah, I will.
I think Rubok told me he wanted to do something, and he'll begin walking over it.
I'm sleeping in, man.
We should be worried about if you're
Rubok
okay.
in his cabana, just like shirtless. Crabs are walking all over him, giving him a massage. They're washing his scales. He's having a great time.
Yo.
Roken
Just imagine crabs picking.
Roken just starts poking you with his cane.
Do you kill him?
Whoa. This doesn't give sheer. Hold on a second.
That's true.
Professionals have standards.
I'll maim him.
I'll keep him alive. He'll feel every bit of it.
I'd like to see you try.
Well, you're all quite up early. Last couple of days didn't tire you out enough.
I'm all right.
It's about noon at this point.
Well, so what's
Wait,
on the
it's already noon?
You guys got back at like 3 in the morning.
We slept so
Yeah.
early, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So, what's the plan for the rest of the day? Considering I've slept most of it.
Well, I have a few things that I'll need Theo's help for, and maybe Prim's too, if they're up for it. But I was coming to see what you were thinking about doing.
Well, as we've been going, I've been thinking, and well, I've seen. I saw those guys that I mentioned earlier before we went inside. A group of people, and wasn't able to get a good eye on them. Wonder if they're still around. I don't really like having loose ends if you picking up what I'm putting down.
Could be a good idea to look for them. We could have made it quite a ways by now.
Do you perhaps have some way to make it so I could potentially maybe catch up to them, or maybe do a little bit better reconnaissance than what I got?
I do now have a similar ability that Theo used on Leslin last night.
Polymorph?
Yep.
So that'd probably do the trick. How long is that up for, you know?
It would last you about an hour.
It's probably all I need. Probably wise to go with someone else. Is there who else could I go with? Do we have another one of those spells you got?
I'm sure Theo could do it as well. I can only do it on one person at a time.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and get myself ready, and then we'll rally the troops. And your passive perception's pretty high, right?
15.
Okay. I'll start putting on shirts and my red leather jacket and everything, and you'll catch a glimpse of like a little silver something on Rubok's skin right here beneath his collarbone. And right, I'm ready.
That looks new, and he points it out.
What? What's that?
Just points at it on you. Well, is it exposed or?
It is covered by clothes.
That thing that's under your shirt.
Oh, it's nothing. It's just something from. We all carry different things with us, so yeah.
Well,
It's nothing. Let's get going. We got things to do today.
insight check.
Okay,
We don't have any.
we can.
All right. If you don't want to tell me, that's all right. But yes, I could do that for you. But I do think it would be a good idea for someone to go with you.
Well, what are the others up to?
Well, why don't we go find out? Meanwhile.
Meanwhile, what are you guys up to? You're just chilling, right? You're just taking a vacation day?
Yeah, catching up with you.
Fair enough.
I'm just holding a giant golden brush. Melancholy.
Sadly holding a giant golden toothbrush.
I'm sure he'll take you later.
I'm not sad about that.
Oh, I could always put you back.
I don't think that's how that works.
I mean, it only took me 40 years to figure this out. I could probably do it sooner.
Yeah, that's not that long. No, I don't want to go back.
Hmm.
I just need to figure out what I want to do moving forward.
Okay. I mean, I figured you'd be happy.
I have mixed emotions. I am happy that you have freed me of what I was undergoing, but it's a hard world to come back to.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Leslin's gonna start backstroking back towards the land.
if only we could swim.
Towards
I
them.
don't know why they never taught us how to swim. I mean, we weren't really by lakes very often.
Yeah.
Just kind of
Rivers,
swamps.
I guess.
Yeah.
Always travel. When you're selling tea 24/7, you can't do much else, including music. So
You sound like Dad. You know he used to say that.
I'm gonna turn away.
Leslie's
I'll say that at about this point, Rogan and Ruvok would come over, and Leslie, you'll be coming over around this time as well.
She's just gonna gesture to the big brush and be like, what is that?
Do you want it?
I don't understand what it is for.
It's
for
for
Rogan.
brushing Rogan.
It's for Rogan.
He really likes it.
It's refreshing.
Actually, what you should do is you should try and brush him when he comes back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right,
He really
both of you
loves
make
it.
deception checks.
Right here.
Make an
There's
insight.
actually no way.
Wait, me?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
14.
with advantage.
Natural 1 for 14.
Oh, that's a d12, my bad. But I did roll a 12.
No, her proficiency bonus.
18 for with advantage.
Yeah.
You say 18?
Yeah, hold on.
You said we're coming up now too,
Yeah.
right? So yeah.
So like, yeah, it's if she takes
Oh,
it and brushes
actually
it,
17.
I got an 8.
an 8, and you
Apparently
got a
Prim
14.
can't lie.
Not 1 for 14.
Not 1 for 14. Yeah, you see through their lies.
Why is that something you believe that he would enjoy?
Because he's
At
gonna
this
brush
point,
his hair.
You're coming up.
But his hair's his shell, right?
No.
Hmm.
What are they talking about?
We want to brush his shell.
I am
You said he was
unsure.
itchy.
Yeah.
They must think my shell is dirty or something.
Does your shell get itchy?
How
The
do you
answer
bleach
to
your
that is
shell?
actually yes, believe it or not.
Really?
Their skin, like,
Yeah,
if
so,
they
like,
feel
Especially when they start shedding.
As someone who's owned a tortoise, like in real life, so people often think that like turtles and like tortoises actually like they have like a full body and then they just like are in a shell like a hermit crab. No, the shell is actually
Yeah, the shell's
their
part-
outer
part-
skin,
part.
right? So they have nerve endings there, just like anything else. My tortoise, Michelangelo, if you pet him like on the shell, if you scratch him on the shell, he'll like stop and like react to it and like you won't like wiggle or anything, unfortunately, because he's 85 and tired of my shit. But he does like it.
Sometimes he'll just like pop down. Just
Mhm.
like, yep, I'm
Yep.
staying here.
Yeah, if you start petting him, sometimes he'll just be like, "Yep, this is my spot now." So anyway, yes, sometimes your shell does itch.
I mean, occasionally.
So you could use this as a scratching post for the very middle one.
You're gonna hear Root. Do not use me as a scratching post.
We can't use him.
I would not use you, Rude, don't worry.
You're gonna hear Armageddon. Don't use me as a scratching post either. I'm not a post.
Well, if I am in desperate need, I will ask you.
Okay.
Have you ever tried scratching your back on the ground?
No, I usually lay the other way.
Would you be able to flip over if you did?
Oh my god, someone push him.
I mean,
It'd be hard.
he's human, but he's like, he stands upright.
All I'm gonna say is it would be hard, but not
Yeah.
impossible.
Yeah, he can get up off
He
his
can roll.
back. He can get up off his back.
Oh.
So
I don't know why we haven't had this conversation in 40 years that we've known each other, but
It's been in heaven for 40 years.
You know, he sleeps on his stomach and then he just recedes into his shell.
So weird.
It hasn't been 40 years.
It's not. It's been like.
It's been a while, but you guys were busy.
So it was like 10, right?
Oh yeah, we've just been,
Something like that.
Chilling things
over
for-
10 years.
for 10 years.
Should I need a brush like that for my hair?
you're
no, we'll give her this.
And she'll pull out like a fork.
Is this not an eating utensil?
Yes, but sometimes you can use it as a brush.
Inside check
She's doing this.
versus your deception.
I'm trying to make it like Ariel. 'cause
I am
we got
aware.
Crabs.
Yeah, I am aware of what you're doing. But I don't think, like I'm gonna be real, I don't think that
No.
that's a,
Okay.
like you would
Inside
know
check?
what a hairbrush is, I assume.
Yes. Prim does brush her hair sprays.
No, I'm saying,
Leslie?
Yeah, she would have to
yeah,
know.
Leslie would.
I don't know. She was raised kind of isolated.
Well, I'm checking. Give me a minute.
Do we want to know what I got?
Yes, you know what a hairbrush is.
Oh,
So you know that Prim's being just weird.
Why would you suggest this?
Look.
Fucking Russian over here.
See?
As well.
Huh?
Do you use this as a...
No, I'm just saying I lost my brush a long time ago, and then we had a fork. So here we are.
I mean, I suppose it could be used for that purpose, but is that not unsanitary?
I don't use it for eating.
Okay.
That's my other fork.
A lot of other forks.
She's always been like this.
Do you never get those mixed up?
Luna, do I ever get them mixed up?
Yes.
Oh.
I switched them.
Okay, well, there you go.
Do I hear that though?
No.
No.
Just meow.
Luna says that I
You
get
hear
mixed
it.
up.
Meow.
Oh. Well, okay, I probably will not be trying that.
Alright.
There you go.
I'm gonna go lie down, guys. Good luck.
So anyway, what did you guys come over for?
Would you be willing to help me with something today, or do you need some time?
I can help.
Alright.
I guess. If I must.
Appreciate you do not have to.
I have to.
Can't really understand how you
I'm unsure how to respond to this, but
That's okay.
I was thinking we could work on with these, and he dumps out the dragon's teeth and claws.
Mm-hmm.
Says, I thought of an idea where, since what me and Prim do, well, and what you helped me with to make all of these things, and the things that she wants to make, they require our intelligence, so we could make something that makes us smarter.
Isn't that a book?
Not in this case.
Oh, okay. Sure. I'll do
But
it.
while we're doing that, Ruvok wanted to sort of scout ahead and look for people we saw for a moment, but headed west. Yeah, west.
If it's Kaladin, come back and tell me.
Well, whoever it is, I'll let you know. But it could be good, it could be bad, but I don't want to find out
Are you
with
going
the
on your
knife.
own?
Sorry?
Oh, are you going on your own?
Well, the smart thing to do would have someone go with me.
Would you
Are
like
you
me to
offering?
join you? Yes.
Oh, of course. That'd be great. Could definitely use the company and extra eyes. Definitely could see the territory a little more.
Being an eagle was quite useful yesterday.
Oh, you'll be an eagle?
Or do you think you could make both of us eagles? That seemed to work quite well yesterday, so...
Well, actually, I peek out for a moment. What is the weather like?
Stormy.
Still stormy.
Okay. Well,
There are other birds. Oh, they can't?
Not in real life, no.
okay.
What are you
I
asking?
don't think
There
owl
are
feathers
other-
can fly while they're wet, right? Or there's birds that can't fly while they're wet.
We may want to consider the fact that it's still stormy.
I mean, you could fly above the clouds,
What
but
creature we turn you into?
How high are the clouds?
yeah, pretty low. Maybe half a mile up. But then you'd be flying above the clouds, you wouldn't be able to
See?
recon. I would say that yeah, if you have something with like feathers, you're probably not going to have a good time.
Eagles can, because their wings are big. Owls struggle.
How would a giant raven do?
How about a bat?
Or a vulture?
A bat would be fun.
Giant bat.
Can giants fly? I mean, oh,
I
giant
don't know
bats.
if there is a giant bat.
There is. I'm looking.
I
at
mean,
it.
there's such thing as giant bats IRL, but
We want an even bigger bat. Yeah, sure, I can.
Well, if a bat would work better, then
I'm just. You know, my
Yeah.
thought is bat doesn't have feathers.
so it would have an easier time in the rain.
Yeah.
Well,
Sure. Let me cast this first. And I'll cast telepathic bond. Virtually.
okay. That's a good idea.
So you guys have you guys can go anywhere, and I will know within the next hour. You can talk to me and us. Good luck.
Alright, yes. Polymorph.
Polymorph. Wild magic surge of 6.
That's true, we both have. 16.
Nice.
Awesome. Okay, so if you're effectively dashing. So every 6 seconds, you're moving 120 feet.
You have 1 hour. Good luck.
Thanks for this. Appreciate it.
So you're going 20 feet per second.
Are you doing actual the math?
Yeah, so you're going about 13 miles an hour, and you have 1 hour. So you can travel about 6.5 miles before you have to turn around.
Okay.
Okay, it is heavily obscured due to the giant amounts of rain falling and the lightning and everything. So you are effectively blinded, unfortunately.
Don't they use like echolocation?
Huh?
Don't they use like?
They do.
Yeah, they have blind sight of 60.
The tough part is
Because of so much.
We're doing
it's
paths
rain,
instead.
so
Yeah, because they don't have feathers.
you can't echolocate off of things.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could echolocate maybe, but you probably couldn't track anything.
Okay.
However, if you wanted to, you could just fly west.
If they
Let's
go
do
within
that.
range of 60 feet of a creature, they would know technically, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, they could know.
Okay. So you guys just want to fly west? Or what do you want to do?
I'm good with that.
I want to go back to the hole in the ceiling in the Pantheon, I guess is what we called it.
Yeah. Start
Start at last known location and then follow the direction that I saw them
west.
going. So
Okay. Make a perception check, both of you.
how does this work since
Use the stats of that.
that doesn't really
Use
have
the
a
stats
stat?
of the giant bat.
You would have, well,
Perception's wisdom.
I think you have advantage.
I might be looking in the wrong
Well,
spot.
no. That's what they has keen hearing, but doesn't echolocation hearing.
You're not deafened, but
This is it.
this wouldn't be relying on hearing.
This is a bat
So
or
just
a
straight.
giant
It would
bat?
just be a
Giant-
straight roll.
giant
It's a
bat.
plus
Giant
giant
bat.
bat.
You have a plus
Oh,
1.
plus 1, yeah.
It's not advantage.
Nope.
Just plus 1.
Okay.
It's not 20 anyway, so.
Okay, I found the stat block.
Is it?
Well, you're gonna roll it, but yeah.
Yeah. Once you roll it,
It's
it'll be
not
an
a
at
nat
20.
20.
Yeah.
It's an 8.
Oh, you already rolled?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
Michael's got us.
I believe Michael.
So this is perception roll, you said?
Mhm.
Yep.
Leslie's
No
just like,
plus
I'm
is
enjoying
greater
the
is
water.
plus 1.
The rain.
Plus 1.
Plus 1.
Nat 20.
Oh my god, it actually is.
I have summoned it.
Oh
So,
21
That
total.
is not real.
It's the DM dice.
so you start out flying above
Three
this
nat 20.
pantheon, rain pouring down, thunder booming around you, and you look down. And you kind of maybe swoop down, and you see that to the west side of this pantheon is 2 small kind of tracks running down the side that look like footsteps. But the water running through them has kind of hollowed them out into just 2 trenches side by side of each other that seem to go on to the west.
Okay, I don't know how a bat would communicate, so.
You guys can talk about
And,
Not telepathic. That's a dolphin, Michael.
it's true.
Yeah, you made a very excellent dolphin sound.
Maybe I'm part dolphin.
Oh my.
And I'll telepathically found something over there. There's some tracks. We're gonna follow them,
I will follow you.
and I will follow the tracks until I don't know how far they're gonna go. So we'll just go until we find something
Okay.
cool.
So
Or before I run
I'm
out
gonna
of
make you do
distance.
it like each mile. Does that
Fine.
make sense?
Mhm.
Okay, but seeing as how you've seen them before, the DC is gonna be much lower than it was initially.
Okay, so another just for point of reference, how far have we already traveled?
You have now gone 1 mile.
Okay. So we have 5 remaining.
You get to go. Yeah, you get to go 6.5 miles
Okay.
each way.
Yeah.
It's assuming you want to make it back in the bat form.
That's assuming that you want to make it back in the bat form.
We'll see what happens when we get there.
All right, keep going.
So another perception check.
Yep, both of you. The DC is now much lower. He pointed out the tracks to you.
I got 4.
Jeez. Okay.
I trusted my dice. I color coordinated them and
9.
everything. They're all blue.
9.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you, after about a mile, the water runs and kind of joins with it and seems to make a river, and you kind of follow it for a few moments before you realize that it's not the tracks that you were following. And you spend a little bit looking, and I'm gonna need you to roll again.
Okay.
And effectively, you have lost a few minutes of your time. Does that make sense?
No, I see what you're saying.
12.
You've lost a mile that you can
Not
go.
one.
Not one.
Yep.
You were actually able to see it,
Oh.
thankfully. And you were able to find them, and so now instead of going 6.5 miles in there and back in the back form, you can go 5.5 because you've lost a mile. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yep. Yeah.
In actuality,
Yes.
they're losing time, but I'm
I
tracking
see
it
what you're
in
saying.
miles.
Yeah.
All right, so you track it. So you are now 2 miles in. Make another check.
What'd you roll?
I got a 3.
Oh my god, I got a 3 too.
Yeah.
These are slide out of
You
my-
guys lose another mile.
Oh
I
jeez.
don't know if I.
And you think at this point you're like in the heart of the storm. Like you guys, from where you are, can't actually see where the storm ends. Just keep going. So you've lost 2 miles, so you're down to 4.5.
Blind as bat comes from. Okay, now we're talking. What'd you get?
7.
19.
There we
All right,
go.
you make it.
Okay.
You're able to find the tracks and you keep going. So that is 3 successes, right?
Yes, and 2 failures.
So you've made it 3 miles. So your next success will determine whether it will kind of, you need to decide whether to turn back or not. So make another one.
Oh, 16.
16,
10.
10. You guys are both able to keep going with the tracks. So you now have 4 successes under your belt. So 4, and then you had a total of 13. So I need to be writing this down. Memorizing this is not helping me. See.
Well, we've
So you have 4 success and 2 failure.
I think so, yeah. We've gone this far, and
You are still in the heart of the storm. You're following the tracks, but and at this point, with this amount, you think that you figured out there is more than one person that you're following. They just seem to be kind of walking in each other's footsteps.
If I remember correctly, I saw 3 of them, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So, but we're seeing 2 tracks, 2 sets of tracks.
Yep.
Okay. Well, here's kind of the time we got to figure out what we want to do. We're running out of time being this form.
If we decide to keep going, I can and eventually when we turn back and we if we're still far away from the Pantheon, I can cast Fly on us.
Gives you a flying speed of how fast?
Walking speed, I'm pretty sure.
60.
60, okay.
Yeah.
That would help.
For 10 minutes each time, and I have 3. So
It's worth a shot, I'd say.
It would boost your time getting back.
Definitely I would say maybe a last resort, but it's all up to you.
yeah.
But I think there's something that we can learn from these, so we should keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll keep going.
We'll keep going. All right. Make another check.
Maybe for 3 more miles. I don't know. We don't find anything.
That was so rough. That was almost a thing. 8.
8.
That will fail, unfortunately.
This hurts. Okay.
It's all good.
Again.
Yep, you have used 7 of your 13 miles.
Dirty 20.
Dirty
Ooh,
20,
also
that
dirty
will
20.
succeed. You guys will both succeed.
Nice.
What's happening?
Making it another mile. At this point, about a mile out, you can see that the storm very abruptly ends.
So that would be 8 miles from
6 miles.
6 miles from
You've
where-
made it 5 miles.
We made it 5 miles, but we can see as the
That at the 6th
ending.
mile.
At the 6th mile, okay. Good to know.
We should communicate that back to the party.
You're gonna be talking to us too, yeah.
Yeah,
so-
just,
How
we're-
far is that? Just like endless distance for the telepathic?
As long as you don't go to a different plane.
I didn't realize that. That's pretty cool.
Different planet in mind. Same thing.
A different plane net.
Planet.
A plane T.
Plenty.
Yeah.
Well, haven't found much. Just been following these tracks. This is specifically to Theo, but everyone else can hear it. We're gonna keep going though. It looks like the storm ends about 6 miles away from where we are,
Or from
or from where camp
where
is.
Camp was, yeah.
It's probably the dragons, but okay.
I'll keep giving you information as we go.
Okay.
And then, again. 17.
Oh, okay, I got a 10.
That will succeed. All right. With 6 successes, so you have 4 miles left, but you successfully break through the storm, and it is like a wall. It is not like it's not like the storm is lighter here. Like it is like it's just full on thunderstorm. Nothing. This definitely seems odd to you. However, now that the land is no longer wet, you guys are going to need to kind of like get very, very close to the ground to continue tracking them. Because their path is no longer as clear, because it's not mud anymore. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys, it's going to be a bit harder of a DC, and you guys are going to move more slowly.
Okay. So like every half mile.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we're going to go...
Could they tell from?
it's
their
effectively
bat form?
now we're using 2 points
Could they tell from their bat form how recent the tracks are?
within the last day. Well, I mean, I think theoretically I should have had you make a survival check, but I'm not going to worry about
You
it.
want to just do one?
You can
mass
surmise.
survival
You
check?
can surmise.
We know it's within the last day because that's when.
Because that's when you saw it. You know that you're tracking the right people, and you know that, or the people you saw, and you know that, like, that was, you know when that was. That was maybe 12 hours ago now. So, ish, 15. Does that make sense?
Sounds alright, yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, so you're now you're effectively, your points are doubled. Your miles are doubled. But we're
Okay.
still gonna roll at the mile mark.
Seems good.
Go ahead.
Again,
I'm gonna use the virtual dice. Oh my god.
since we're out of it, that doesn't affect our perception at all, right?
Huh?
Still +1.
Nope.
Okay.
I got a 7.
16.
16, you will succeed. However, because it is a bit slower, you will only be able to travel 1 more mile, and then the spell will end.
Okay.
And it
We
still
probably know
seems
that.
to be going west.
Okay. I mean, there's a part of me that wants to keep going. I think that there's good information here.
Yeah. You can see it kind of angles like slightly more down, like a very slight angle to the south, but
Okay.
With what they're describing to us, would any of us think of like a trajectory where that would end up? Or
everyone make a survival check. It's gonna be pretty high DC, but
I got a 15.
same.
18 plus 8
Ooh.
There you go.
plus, hold on,
26.
hold on. Plus 4.
So 30.
There you go.
15.
15. You can surmise
I got
that.
15.
So I'll look at the map here for a second. So the thing is, they're definitely. So if you look, and if we want to,
Yeah, probably pull one up.
let me
for the
pull one
audience.
up on the
The
on
TV.
thing here. I'm pretty sure I already had one. No, I didn't. I had something else up, but I didn't have the map itself. So
And then can we take a break soon so that
Yeah.
we can
so zooming in.
take some medicine?
You guys are here in the Shroud of Mystery, and this is the sealing altar, effectively right here. Okay, can they see my? Yeah, they can see my cursor. So traveling west, and then it angles down a little bit. It doesn't seem to be going for this city of Ayudale, but they, as far as at this point, they might be headed for the city of Jarella on the west, but they could turn at any point in here.
That's
And
true.
they could be going more south. They could be turn up and, head over here and maybe, go over here somewhere. Could be anything.
But the general direction is about the same as.
West and then a slight angle downwards.
But it is going towards the map that we have in the back of the book, right?
Yes.
Can you ask that dragon if they saw someone else in there?
The dragon?
The one we just befriended?
I can send him a message.
Yeah,
You want me to send a message?
sure.
And ask him if he saw anyone else?
Yeah.
This is the dragon that
The
you
blue
fought
dragon.
last night?
Yep.
Okay.
Did you ever get their name?
Nope.
How many words do we have?
25.
25.
Yeah.
Hi, friends. This is Prim.
It's 5.
I'm the one with the mushrooms. We were wondering if you saw anyone last night besides us,
Or in the past few days.
or in the past few days.
Is it 25?
I don't know.
It's
I think it was
25.
20. But, yeah.
Oh,
I'm not going to worry about it.
it was
You got the whole message though. So.
20.
The answer is
20.
the same. No.
Oh,
Go away.
That's it, right?
Yep.
he said no.
Did you
Need
guys?
to go away.
Okay. Did you guys communicate to Telindrend that there's a very large blue dragon here coming in a couple of days?
No. We probably should have.
Yeah.
Should we tell him that?
I mean, maybe something neat. Might be an old friend. You never know.
Or an enemy. Seems like the type of guy to have enemies.
That's true. Like a dog?
A dog.
I don't know if those types of dragons get along.
Maybe we should
let
tell.
him know. Up to you guys.
We have 20 of those stones.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Draws another stone. Or do you want to take a break first?
Yeah, let's take a break first because Angie requested it, and then
Sorry.
when you send out
You're good.
the message, we'll take a break and then we'll come back in a minute. All right, and we're back. So you guys are about to send a message to Telindrend saying, "Hey, by the way, maybe you should know, dragon."
Big dragon.
And his family.
So yeah, I can cast it and.
So, I forgot to mention, we found it in a blue dragon's lair. It was its child, it hasn't come back yet.
I think you have 3 words left.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I was thinking the same thing.
Have 3 days. Right? It was
Yeah,
3
It
days,
was
right?
3 days.
Yeah, okay.
It was 3 days from last night. So 2 days, 2.5.
Whatever.
You're gonna get a response back. You said blue, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was there just one pair and kids?
It was just,
Another stone.
yeah. It was just the kids there. 2 of them.
How many adults? Were there any ancients?
We did not see any adults there supposedly flying back. I assumed 2 of them.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
No, Good enough.
What do you say?
Did you get their name?
In a classic fashion.
I did not.
Yeah, you won't receive a response.
We could ask.
She told us not to worry about it.
Just
Okay.
like we never got that gnome's, or what was it, the halfling's name?
I'm so sad about that.
He dead now.
He died.
But
Chip.
can I have each of you help with this? And he gestures to the beginnings of the crafting.
Yeah. What do you need?
I'm gonna show them.
Highest level
Cheese
of
nuts, humming the goblinoid, humming the Kansas dick, humming the All right, so you guys though, let me check. I think you guys reached the end. You have one more. Yeah, you have 1 more mile left. So make another perception check for me. Again, because you guys got the first one, it's going to be a bit lower.
Oh my god. Which one was it? Wow, you guys are like in sync.
3.
Oh, that's a nat 1 for a 0.
Oh my god.
It's the bats.
That's
So
a
on-
two.
Oh, yeah, for 2, my
That
bad.
one for 2.
Unfortunately, you guys lose the trail as it begins kind of bending towards the south in the direction of the kind of the western region.
Dang.
Well, they walked for a long time. Or it. Who really knows, honestly?
We might want to head back.
It's probably time. As much as I want to keep going.
Yep. So at this point, you guys are gonna,
We have
you know,
one
kind of
more.
unfold back into people.
Do you guys start falling when that happened?
It'd be close to the ground.
I figured they're close to the ground at this point
But you said we had to be closer to the ground to
even read.
even
It's
see.
no,
Sure.
it's now dry, you know, and so finding tracks is a needle in a haystack, you know.
Mm-hmm.
With 3 seconds left on the telegathered line, say, good luck. Don't die.
Oh dang.
Well, you guys are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 miles away from.
Any
No,
6.
sorry, 7 miles away.
7.
So you're 7 miles away.
I will cast fly on both of us.
Alright, we got way back. Then.
Okay. It'll take you about an hour to get back. But this time you're not. This time you're flying and then you're walking. And
So I use up all my fly. That's about 3 of my spell slots. Is that what we're...
Why are you rolling?
what? What you talking about?
It's up to you.
You
You
grab
can
the
do it for
dice,
last
guys.
half
We're gonna
or for the
die.
first half.
We don't have telepathic
Maybe the last half
bond.
is the safest.
What?
Yeah, let's do the last half. Like, let's walk until we get to about 3 miles away and then...
Then fly by.
Yeah,
We probably could do that.
let's do that.
So as you're doing that,
Mm-hmm.
We infamous words.
you guys spot some, you know, monsters off in the distance. Can't really tell what they are. They look humanoid. And after a few moments, you do see that the zombie horde that you passed to the south is still moving.
Okay.
Oh no.
Is it possible to see which direction they're moving?
You guys were traveling from kind of the southeast, and it's going northwest from there. So you guys aren't gonna pass very close to it, but you do see it. And it's this writhing mass of thousands of zombies.
What type of zombies are they?
You were gone.
I was
Session.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
Just, yeah.
Mostly,
Are they like walkers or are they like...
they're D&D zombies. So, think like Left 4 Dead.
Okay. That was like how spooky.
Left 4 Dead, but like the basic ones.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Great.
Yeah. Like they're not slow.
Boulders, like...
Okay. We hide from
But
those.
there you go, that's it. You see them. They're there. Not very close to you guys.
Okay.
The moment they get, like, within... You know, I mean, the moment we think that they notice them, I'm gonna say that we fly, but I don't know if they do.
They don't notice you guys
Okay.
at all.
Okay.
We'll just keep cruising then.
Just keep going.
Yeah. You guys successfully make it back safely.
Nice.
And you guys were crafting
I
them?
would actually wait for them to get back because Rubok can do something now that can help me.
I'm useful?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I am useful.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
But so essentially, I want to get 3 people doing one work day on the. So I want to use the voice crack. Wow.
Yeah.
The dragon
That's
teeth and
good.
claws to make like a bone crown that functions as a headband of intellect.
A bone crown.
Because dragons are intelligent. They are known to be intelligent.
Okay.
Okay.
So how many would you say that would use? I have 22 teeth and 15 claws. I would like to make 2 of them if possible, but obviously starting with 1.
No. With 22 teeth and 15, you would have to you could make 1 and change, but you don't have enough for 2.
So how many would I use then of each?
You're gonna be using 15 teeth and 6 claws.
Right, so yeah.
So we gotta go back and kill a dragon.
So you have 7 teeth
Oh,
and something with like 5 claws.
Use a dragon.
9.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay.
He refuses to
So yeah,
let us
not
write.
quite enough,
Yeah.
but
It's ultimatum.
potential
Right as you
later if
die.
I get more later. But so I'll set aside those materials, and then once they get back, are you good to do the emboldening bond? Okay.
Emboldening bond?
So that's a D4. Can I have guidance, please?
Yes.
Okay.
I can
And
guide
then
someone too.
You're not there?
me,
I
you're
am
helping
here.
me,
Just got back.
and then I'm going
Fast
to
forward.
cast.
Yeah.
With the ring, so I have to try to make a check on this. Enhance ability on myself for Fox's Cunning. So I'll roll, I cast it, and then I'll roll for Wild Magic.
Cocked for sure.
Yeah, that was okay, natural 20 on the Wild Magic, so it definitely doesn't happen. And so, it's an Arcana check now, right? Per day?
Yeah.
Okay. I probably get 3 ones here.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's the max possible.
There you go.
Not 20 and 2 4s on D4s. So
Nice.
36.
So you got two, 4.
Because your D4 and guidance,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. There you
With
go.
a natural. Jesus, that's insane.
You
36.
successfully succeed your first day
Okay.
of work.
Give me that headband of intellect.
Yeah.
It's mine.
So, but with 3 people, that's 3 days. So,
There you go.
yeah.
We're good just to.
Yeah. Is there anything else you guys would like to do today?
Yes, but hang on, I'm writing that down.
We're just
bury
like,
my hand in some sand.
huh?
I'm gonna go bury my head in some sand and just relax.
Your head in the sand?
Like a ostrich?
Metaphorically.
Okay.
Oh.
I thought you were being
I
serious.
thought you were being straight up serious.
Yeah.
That would probably kill me. So
I don't know. Are you like laying on the sand? I don't know what you're doing.
gonna go
Crab back
ignore
massage.
everything and do my own thing.
I want to talk to Armageddon.
Crab back
Okay.
massage.
He's chilling. He sleeps 16 hours a day.
Above
so.
sand?
I mean, you can come up to him, like even if he's beneath the sand, like he's not like fully submerged.
Just his tail?
Like most of him submerged. His
Okay.
claws are probably up above because he probably does this thing, like spiders.
Yeah. Okay. Freaking spiders.
Your scorpions are arachnids, just like spiders are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, how do you say it? Just hello.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
I'll sit next. No.
I was sleeping.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. How often do you sleep?
I sleep most of the time.
Oh. Okay. Well, I just wanted to say hi.
Hello.
You're not very talkative.
Until a few days ago, I could not talk.
That's fair. What do you like to do?
I don't know. Eat, I suppose.
Have you been eating the crabs too?
No.
No.
They bring me food.
Oh, like what?
Meat. I don't really know what type meat is meat to me.
Have you ever had chicken?
This pause that I'm giving is his pause.
I know.
I do not believe so.
We're gonna have to try all the food and see what you like.
All right.
You wanna try one of my mushrooms? They're not poisonous or anything. They're just like, some of them are actually just food.
I do not eat plants.
Why?
He's been stoned.
Really making him think here.
I do not eat plants. I suppose I don't know why.
Do you wanna try plants?
My instinct is to not eat plants.
Okay. That's weird.
I am a scorpion.
Yeah, you are a talking scorpion, so this is weird already. Then again,
What I eat is different from what you eat.
it might not be.
I think I would know what I can eat
Mm-hmm.
and can't eat.
Hmm.
He's still in the sand. He's not moved this
No, I
entire
figured.
like if like you just hear from like a little air bubble like up at the front where his head is.
Just this voice.
Mm-hmm.
Do you dream?
No.
That's kind of sad.
What is dreaming?
You just close your eyes while you're asleep.
All 8 of them.
I don't need to know that. That's weird. Do they all blink at once?
I actually don't know how many eyes
I'd
scorpions have.
say
I know
it
spiders have a
wouldn't
bunch.
surprise me if they had a lot.
Let me check. Quick Google search. 6 to 12.
Jesus Christ. Okay. That's kind of gross.
Do they all blink at once? Or do you
No.
can you blink them
They don't
individually?
blink.
Have you ever won a staring contest?
What's a staring contest?
Can I unbury your head?
No.
I can show you what a staring contest is. You just don't blink your eyes and we stare into each other's eyes.
I don't blink.
And then whoever blinks first loses.
You will lose. I don't blink.
Bet.
I'm physically incapable of blinking.
I'm gonna try anyway.
This seems stupid.
Yeah, but you can't just bury your head in the sand all day. You gotta do something.
My body requires me to physically bury my head in the sand for at least 2/3 of the day.
Okay, well we have to have something.
I disagree.
We could play tag.
What is tag?
I touch you and I say tag, and then I run away, but then you have to try and touch me. And then you say tag, and then I try to touch you. But not with your tail, that'll hurt.
Well, that puts me at a significant disadvantage, I think.
Your tail will kill me.
Not if I don't allow it. This seems dumb. I don't know why I'm sitting here tolerating this.
Because you have no one else to talk to?
Who said I wanted to talk? I was awakened from a being that did not know what talking was and did not care, and now I both know and care.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Theo kind of does that sometimes. He just takes whatever he wants.
Yes. Part of my mind is being controlled by him.
Oh,
I am incapable of hating him. But I wonder when that ends how I will feel.
well, if you hate him and you try to come after him, I will kill you.
I do not know what will happen. My entire cognitive existence is tied to him, so I suppose I owe something to him.
It sounds like you have some trauma here.
I was brought back. I was brought from nothing into something, but I still remember being nothing, and I remember how it felt not to want anything.
Uh-huh.
Life was simpler, and I did not know that it could be more complicated. I did not have the brain power to understand conceptually complexity.
Do you want to go back to it?
I don't know that I can, because if I go back now, then I will know what I'm missing, and I will know that I had something that I would no longer have.
Maybe you can find a hobby.
What are our hobbies?
There's something you do in your free time. Like, I do potions.
I
You... Okay, well, sleeping that's a good one. Maybe you could, like, cook with the crabs.
I do not need to cook.
I don't know. Anyway. This has been a good talk, but next time I'm gonna do a staring contest.
I don't know that that is a good idea.
Okay.
I think this tag might be more my speed.
Okay. She's gonna, like, touch his claw and be like, tag! Run away.
He's not gonna move.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's now tagged.
He is now tagged.
Now it.
He is it.
Alright. So after that whack-ass conversation,
I'm gonna go to sleep.
it's not bad, it's just I'm sitting here trying to roleplay as an awakened scorpion who's having an existential crisis. It's fun. Alright,
weird
anything
girl.
else you guys would like to do today?
I just wanted to. I did the math. So if we were going the flying speed of, like, assuming we're dashing each 6 seconds, right? That's 120 feet.
Mm-hmm. Which is about 13 miles an hour, yeah.
Yeah, so you multiply that by 10. 10 for 1 minute, right? And then you multiply that by 10 for the full the full 10 minutes, and then you multiply that by 3.
Mm-hmm. Then you divide that by 5,288 miles.
And you get 6.8 miles. So we totally could have made it all the way back. Flying. In the 10 minutes. Assuming
Okay.
that, I don't know, I just...
Yeah, I guess, because I was...
On the other hand, I don't know how the rain factors in.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
Okay.
So you could fly the whole way back. Either way, it doesn't really change anything. You
Yeah,
still
I
see
know.
the drawing board. You still fly back.
And bouldering bond still happens, yeah.
I just, for future now we know that if we use all 3 fly thingies and dash,
Almost 7
it's
miles, wow.
6.8 miles, yeah.
Hmm.
I did the math.
There you
Very
go.
important.
It's interesting.
Anything else before Telindrend comes tomorrow morning?
I have.
Yeah.
I'll do, because do you have enough for 3 glycerin wording? Okay. I will do the same thing again, but this time with polymorph,
Okay.
and then I'll make 2 more of haste.
Okay.
And then that would technically be 3 wild magic rolls. So.
Oh boy.
You get 200 gold. You get 200 gold.
Man's like Oprah.
There's 2 2s in there.
Is that bad?
Are you using the diamond?
I'm
Oh, no,
he's
you're
making
making
it, and then it's
Yeah.
immediately getting consumed.
Right.
So you got 2 magic surges.
We have 2 magic surges.
Oh, shoot.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna go bald.
Roll.
Do you even have hair?
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
He is already bald.
I was gonna say, does your shell go away?
You were even more
Oh, no.
bald than you were before.
Yeah,
You're just a naked turtle.
please no.
Turtle.
Royal.
A
D100.
Kill
Oh, another D20?
If we're assuming, like, not
We have to roll
reality,
Oh, that's
it
right,
wouldn't,
yeah.
but in reality, it would.
4. Okay. Roll a D100.
Do you want to do 100 or are you gonna?
He's gonna do the
I think I
percentile
got it.
way.
No,
Yeah.
the less fun way.
Let's roll
71.
I don't think we've gotten this one.
Oh, no.
Is it a plant?
You rolled a what?
71.
No, I'm sorry, on the initial one. what did you roll? A 4? Oh.
4 and then 71.
Well, you rolled a... okay. You lose the ability to see
Oh!
For
for
how?
1 day.
Oh.
Oh.
So, would...
You check glyph of warding.
Oh yeah, I have it. So do I need to
Drop.
see the thing I am making?
It doesn't look like it.
Spell glyph. Yeah, no, I'm just casting the spell.
Yeah, no,
So
you're good.
I can still do it.
Alright,
But-
roll again.
Yeah.
For 24 hours or until he sleeps?
24 hours.
Okay.
So until next evening.
Wow.
Well, so is it the blinded condition for
Yeah.
a day?
Yeah.
Okay, that might be it. We might be able to fix that actually, but
I could, yeah.
13 on the second D20,
I actually-
and then the D100 is a 30.
30. Otherwise, you feel even better than normal.
Well,
Your skin seems to be like harder and weirdly more rubbery than usual, but
but I don't notice that one because I can't see, right?
well, you could feel it.
Okay, so I feel changes to my skin that I can't see after doing that.
Yeah, and then after a minute it goes away.
Okay, so I can't see now.
You know what? That kind of sucks.
That's rough,
That
buddy.
kind of sucks. Totally forgot.
That's an L.
I will just be here then.
Do you think it's worth to continue casting magic in this area?
Well, we'll be out of this area soon, so.
We'll find out, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Do you need anything? Do you need me to brush your shell for you while you're sliding? Get that spot you can't reach?
Well, I can't even see it now. I don't think I could before.
That's true. Okay. I'm just gonna let you sit here in the middle of the sand. Goodbye.
Oh my god. Just gonna leave me hanging.
It's funny, but I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration on myself.
I could do that.
I make the check, and then I'll make another Wild Magic Surge. 19.
There you go.
He blinds himself.
Yeah, rolls the same thing
It's the
again.
same thing. You're still blinded.
you open your eyes and then you close them again.
So that just restores the blinded, or fixes something that's doing the blinded condition on you. So should work.
Yeah.
That's
Think-
kind of hilarious though.
I'm good with to chill.
All right, you good?
And then good berries, but I'll do that. Oh well.
Okay.
I can't just do that.
Yep. How many times are you casting it, John?
So that would make 7. I have 7 sorcery points, and I have. So that's 14, 7.
Keep in mind that when you run out of sorcery points, you can...
Oh, I get another D4 of them if I make another. We'll use that, but hang on, let me do the first 10 casts. That's a 3.
How many?
Just 1.
All right. Roll 1d20.
3.
Okay. Roll d100.
There it is. 6.
6?
Yeah.
You don't think we rolled this low?
I've cast.
You transform into a large empty barrel for 1 minute. During which time you are considered petrified.
Nice.
I become a barrel for a minute. That's my life. Okay.
This isn't even my final form.
Are you back in your area? Or are you
When
doing
I'm doing the good berries, I'm in my cave, yeah.
So no one's
So
seen
No
it.
one saw that. He becomes a barrel by himself. No one will ever know.
You are petrified. When you come to, you see a tree in front of you.
Root
And
comes
Root goes, "Are you all right?"
Now I am. He just continues.
Okay.
We're good. And then 2 more. We're still good.
Okay.
Because he was petrified, he couldn't barrel roll.
Nope. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Voted off the island.
But yes, I'll make a DC 20 charisma check. I don't make it, unfortunately.
Okay. You didn't use any hit points, so that adds to your modifier,
Yeah.
so you have to do it beforehand.
It would be like 1, maybe 2 more casts of Goodberry in this case, so it's okay.
No worries. Okay. You guys. So you go to sleep at this point?
I'm good. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm done. But,
So around 4 hours, into.
Oh, and I
this
would
long
I would
rest.
recast because 20
Yes.
it won't last,
Yeah.
so I'll recast the
Yep.
match. Yeah.
Does that get rid of one of your Goodberry casts?
No, that's just a single use
Oh, right, it's a
ability.
single-use thing,
Yeah.
right.
I'll roll for it though. It's still a spell.
Yep.
10.
Cool. So, at around the 4-hour mark of your guys' long rest, make a perception check for me, Prim. And I can't remember anyone else's is anyone's thing near Prim's? Their
Passive?
cabana.
Oh.
They're like in a line on the beach, basically.
Okay, so who's next to Prim?
18 plus 8, 26.
Probably, unfortunately, me.
Yeah. So make a quick perception
So
for
she
me.
can spy on me.
That would be accurate.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
We'll say nothing can get in, but I don't know if this has to do with that.
17.
18 plus 8 is 26,
Cool.
right? 26.
You guys both wake up to hear shuffling from outside the cabana, and you see a tail poke its way through, and then tap you, and then
Oh, you
just
can't even
go back.
dodge.
Doesn't say anything. Just leave. That's it. No words. And that's it.
I guess you're it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he snuck up on me.
Yeah. You gotta be better than that. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I got a little win though.
No.
Okay.
You show numbers.
You know, he's kind of nice. He's really just sad right now.
Yeah.
You know, because you brought him to life and now he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
He's kind of like purposeless.
Isn't that how we all are?
No. I have a purpose.
Yes, but you found your own purpose.
No, Savannah's told me my purpose.
That's a little convenient.
She didn't do that for you?
No.
Hmm. You didn't get the mushrooms.
Is she like a drug dealer?
Huh?
Never mind. I'm gonna keep resting.
Alright. You guys successfully complete the long rest, although Prim is it. And,
This is
yeah.
great.
So...
Just started.
Game of tag.
Yeah, so the next morning, as you guys kind of begin waking up, you'll hear kind of a, you'll feel one of the sending stones kind of begin to vibrate, and you'll hear in your, you'll hear telepathically, where are you?
Coming. We just woke up. Be right there.
Oh god, we slept in. Let's go.
We're late for school. We're late for the flight.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna miss our flight.
Alright, what do you guys do?
Well, I
Well, I guess you're the only one who knows. Yeah.
Quickly pack up. I tell all of them. And then,
Okay.
I have to dismiss the tower, the fortress.
Dismiss it.
Yeah,
Otherwise
you
it will
dismiss.
just fall out.
Yeah,
of
so
the
what's
door.
the,
What's the magic
D's.
so D's was the command word to open it, what's the command word
I
to
think it's the
collapse
same
it?
It's gotta be
one.
nuts.
It
Oh,
doesn't
I
have
thought-
to be.
Oh, nuts.
There you go.
I like the commitment.
Commitment. Alright. You say nuts and it begins to kind of fold back into itself. And until it's a little 1-inch sized cube chilling in the water. As you guys come out, again it is still thunderstorming heavily. However, as lightning strikes, you see a huge winged form that seems to blot out half the sky as it descends. Before you see Telindrend, this huge form. When the lightning strikes, he's almost blinding because of how shiny his scales are. Before he kind of swirls into himself and becomes as he hits the ground, becomes a very distinguished older kind of elven gentleman with a big long white fluffy
Have we seen him
beard.
do this?
No.
Okay.
But he was a golden retriever.
He's wearing golden robes now.
I like the puppy form.
He's gonna kind of come by and say, "You did well, His voice is still very deep, you know, but it's more humanoid-like. May I see the book?
I pull it out of the bag.
He touches it like very carefully and kind of like does like when you're trying to touch a hot pan. He kind of like backs away and then comes at it and begins kind of leafing through it. And when he leafs through it, you notice that it's only about this thick, but he leafs through it for like there are more pages in it when he leafs through it
Interesting.
than there just are. And he kind of grunts as he gets to the back page, and he sees the map that you guys kind of described to him. He goes, I have never seen this before. I do not know what Umanoran was up to, but this is new to me. And kind of as he's doing this, you guys hear the flapping of wings, and you look over to see 4 or 5 kind of small compared to Telindrend, small kind of dragonoid creatures hauling what seems to be a small flat bottom boat about 3 feet above the ground, and they're just ripping across the
Sand.
the mud towards you guys. And when it stops, you see there are about 4 wizards, one on each of these things, and you notice that they look dragonoid, but they don't have any kind of like front arms. They only have 2 hind legs and their wings.
Okay.
You're looking at me very
That was
confused. Do
interesting.
you want me to clarify?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
The visual on that was just like I imagined 2 arms, like 2 front arms.
So dragons have
It-
hind legs
yeah.
and 4 legs.
Yeah.
These don't have 4 legs.
Yeah,
they
I
just
know.
have hind legs.
Yeah, and so I was imagining
And
it, and they
wings.
just popped out of existence in my head.
Like pterodactyls.
Yeah, yeah.
Similar. Beefier legs than pterodactyls, and the head still looks very much closer to the head of a dragon. And you see these wizards kind of dismount from saddles. You notice that they're wearing kind of multicolored robes, and the lead one walks up to you, a woman, and says to you, "So you're the people Telindrend said we were supposed to cart back."
Uh-huh.
Well, with his help, we've been able to capture these wyverns, and we should be able to get you guys back wherever he decides that you guys should go. But he didn't really let us know where the next destination is. And she'll kind of look at Telindrend, who's now a man, and go, "You look different. What's the plan?" And he's gonna you're gonna look up and, "I cannot read any of these runes. This is an unknown magic to me." And the woman, who is obviously tired of traveling, is gonna look at it and say, "Well, I don't know, but it's the Western Coast. No place like the Western Coast than the Wizard Court outpost. The headquarters there on the Western Coast. So, if anyone can be able to figure out these runes, it would be them." And she's gonna look at you guys. She said, "Do you have any sort of key? Anything that you might know about this language?"
I'm just gonna hand over a copy of my notes, or copy down my notes and
What notes?
the
The
notes
runes she's been keeping.
Yeah, just all of those. I found these in the dungeon we.
Oh, the dragon's notes?
They're and also the rubbings that she had.
And the rubbings? Yeah. Okay.
I don't think we took their notes, but
And she
I
copied down
copied
some.
them
Copy
down.
down.
copied them down.
The wizard's gonna kind of look at them and be shaking water off of them as it's pouring down. I don't know, but we have the best translators on the continent at the wizard headquarters. It's in the western city of Jarella, and I think that we can, if anyone could be able to translate it, it'd be them. And she's gonna kind of look at Telindrend, who's gonna look at you and guys and say, Jarella it is.
Is that your affiliation? You're with the Wizards Corps?
He's gonna kind of think about it for a second and say, my goals are my own. But for now, we align. The Wizards have other things that they are worried about, rather than Umanoran, unfortunately. But for now, they are helping me in this search, and it is much easier to train a group of wizards to ride than it is a group of idiots. And it is helpful, as they can make this barge lighter than it would be otherwise, which will be good for carrying you.
Okay.
So you notice that after a few moments, when they stop, the kind of like the flat bottom boat he called a barge is still floating there 3 feet off the ground, and you notice that there's a bunch of Tensor's floating discs beneath it that are holding it up.
Nice.
Well, that is where I must go to Jarella. It would be best if you came along. Whatever information that you have, whatever experience that you have with these runes is probably more than anyone else on the continent at this point. And your reward will be there.
Okay.
There is information inside that lair, or dungeon, whatever you want to call it, if you wanted to go in there.
While blue dragons don't scare me, it's best to avoid a confrontation with those of my own kind. They can be temperamental. Their goals do not align with my own.
Okay.
Alright, well, do we have enough room for our scorpion friend? And our tree friend? We have to have room.
He's gonna kind of look over and
Don't ask.
They're really nice.
Armageddon's gonna just not respond. Root looks like a tree.
We dig them up each time.
Yeah, we just move it.
He's gonna look at the reins and say, can your magic carry these? And the lady's gonna kind of look over, like, offended. Like, of course. What? Ugh. Get on. We'll be much faster flying than we will walking.
Oh,
Yeah, there is a zombie horde here, so
we might
Just
want
keep
to
that in
avoid it.
Well, we'll avoid it. Shouldn't be a problem.
okay.
Alright, what do you guys do?
Oh, we forgot to mention that there was a person in the middle of the zombie horde.
What?
There was a person in the middle of the zombie horde. Like just a
Yeah.
yeah.
I
I don't know if we were supposed to mention that to Telindrend.
He seems concerned with other things.
I don't know.
We'll just figure that out later, I guess.
Alright, Root, jump on.
Alright, so Armageddon just.
Armageddon, I'm gonna say Armageddon's gonna have well, he's large, isn't he? He's gonna kinda like you're gonna see his front legs come up, he's gonna kinda just like
Scorpion.
rear up a little
Yeah.
bit and kinda get onto it. You're gonna hear him go, I don't like this.
Yeah, I don't either. The last wizards we knew, well, the last several we've known, have just kind of died and been useless. So hopefully this goes better.
Oh my god.
What is a wizard?
The people that just came to see us.
People in weird colors?
Yeah, they do magic.
Weird colors.
Weird colors.
Okay. Telindrend is kind of, he's going to hand the book back to you and say, this book reeks of Umanoran. I can't stand it. And even so, it seems to possess some sort of power that seems to be pure chaos. I don't know what it would do to me, but it is probably not good. So, it is best that you keep a hold of it, and I will fly above you, hopefully out of its range. I will also try and meet you in Jarella and be able to talk to Aruin, see if he can get people started on the translations that you have. I will take the notes and the rubbings that you took, which should give us a head start. Anything else I need to know?
We ran into a dragon called Taka.
Oh yeah, Taka.
Taka Therin?
Takanathir.
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 Mm-hmm.
He's still in his kind of elven forms. He's just gonna kind of like look back and just kind of sigh. Brass, yes. Yes. Shit.
He said the S word.
He's just kind of doing his own thing.
He kind of helped us like figure out why there was like a castle that had all these ghosts in it. But I was the only one that could really see the ghosts for the most part. And then
Castle.
it was a castle in the middle of in the middle of this area.
Not this area.
Well, farther south, but you know, on the way here, it was like burning, and then at night it would stop burning.
This seems to be important information. Why didn't you report back about something like that?
I don't know, why didn't we? You had the stones.
I thought we did.
I don't think we did.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
That decided. Did we just end up deciding to wait to this?
Probably.
We had other things happening.
What did you find in this castle?
We found a sword. Well, we found a lot of ghosts, and then we found a mad king who was working with Ominoran, and he had a sword that he wanted from us, but then we wouldn't give it to him.
What is this sword?
He has it.
Yeah, show him the anti-magic sword.
The anti-magic sword. He's gonna be a lot more interested in the sword than he is anything else that he's seen so far. He's gonna ask for it. May I hold it?
Sure.
So when he touches it, you see his hand kind of begin like kind of writhing for a moment, and he actually drops it, and it clatters to the ground. I have never seen something like this before.
Why does it hurt you like that?
I do not know. I have never seen this. I have a theory. What do you call this sword?
Well, our identifications have called. We've learned it's called the anti-magic sword.
Magic is a pure product of Umanoran, a god. I am the pure product of a different god. I have never seen something like this before that reacts in such a way to pure divinity. Keep it. It could only be useful.
I think the king got away, right?
He was crushed, but he seemed undying, so.
Yeah.
You guys cut off his head, and then the castle crashed around him.
Yeah.
So we don't know.
So we have a head start.
Yeah.
So he's probably still alive, trying to find Umanoran.
What were his motivations?
Wasn't he called something? He was
I
called
was trying to
the.
break the curse on the castle.
You wanted to bring everyone on back to try and bring it away.
Yeah.
You say that, I assume you say it. That could be a problem. But until we find him, there's nothing to do about it. And that just means that we cannot dally. Anything else that happened that I should know about besides meeting with... He kind of shudders for a sec. Kakanothir.
Why do you shiver?
He and I have had disagreements in the past.
Oh. No, nothing else really happened.
His views on Umanoran do not align with my own.
Well, that can make sense why we found him where we did. Maybe.
But that was worlds ago. It's time.
We did see people leaving west. Or west towards the. Yeah.
People were going west from here.
They're right
Before
behind
we
us.
got here.
Or in front of us.
Well, they should be no match for wyvern speed. It's nothing like dragon speed, but it's better than anything else this planet has ever seen.
Have you seen the monk?
Hmm?
Have you seen the monk before?
Legend says when hasted, he can't be caught.
The 4-minute mile.
Yeah, we found some tracks, but beyond that, they got too far ahead.
Well, I will scout ahead and see if I can see them. I don't know who they would be, but they, again, cannot beat dragon speed or wyvern speed. Anything else?
No.
All right, let's go. And so he's gonna just like
Take off.
So he's gonna lift up his arms as an elf and bring them down. And as he does so, he just rockets up into the air, transforming into a dragon as he goes. And after maybe 2 seconds, he's above the clouds and just gone.
Zoom in.
Yeah. And the wind picks up and almost blows you guys back for a second.
Oh.
And the wizard lady who's been watching this whole exchange is gonna kind of look at you guys and say, "You know, they haven't been here for very long. I hate dragons. God,
Oh.
it's just long-winded.
Yeah?
And order me around like
Oh.
Why don't you just rebel?
Well, if you saw a giant fire-breathing lizard that was breathing directly into your face and could breathe ridiculous amounts of fire and crush you with its pinky toe, I'm at least gonna do what it says for now. And besides, she's gonna kind of take a look at the book that you have there and say, this seems really interesting. If nothing else, it'll be a fun project.
We have killed a dragon before.
Yeah, we
I assume
have.
it won't be our last, so keep that in mind.
What? You threatening me?
No.
No?
We're saying we
there's
can
always other
help.
options.
Well, were you? Like, I'm actually curious now.
No.
No, just,
I'm saying, like,
just
she doesn't have
casually
to-
dropping that you guys have killed a dragon.
We're just casually famous, not gonna lie.
Well,
Like,
The Dragon Slayers.
we're just the Dragon Slayers. They might have heard of us.
Oh, I get what you mean now. Okay.
Casual.
she doesn't. She's gonna say, well, just keep in mind,
She wouldn't have.
No. We're
at the end of the
it's a
day,
small town thing.
Yeah, regional.
I don't want to leave you here, but I will. So, keep that in mind. We have a week ahead of us. Even flying at wyvern speed, it still takes us about a week to get to Jarella, but it would be about 3 otherwise. So, get on the barge and sit down and relax.
Is
The
there a
barge is about 30 feet long, about 20 feet wide.
Is
and
there a
it's just
top?
like a flat bottom boat.
Are we just in rain?
No.
Okay.
There's no anything.
Okay.
They are also soaked. Like
Okay.
they also don't want to be here. And yeah, then after you guys get going, the wizards each cast a couple of Tensor's floating discs and
Do
sit
they?
on the what?
Do they need to roll wild magic?
You know what? They do. There are 4 of them, and they're each going to make 2 of them.
I just wanted to see what would happen.
I just want to see it. I want one of them to have no hair.
At least they
Nothing happens to the first. Nothing happens to the second. Nat 1. Nothing happens to the 4th.
Unlucky for that one.
I'm gonna roll a d20 and get a 13. I'm now gonna roll a d100,
Do you want that? Okay.
No.
and it's gonna get exactly a 20.
We've never done that one either.
One of the wizards pees.
Like, just pisses himself?
No, goes off into a corner.
okay.
He finds the sudden urge.
Oh, it's not
Ruvok can relate.
I mean, you know, the rain coming down and, you know, the sounds. It's
So,
very,
Out of curiosity,
immersive,
having
yeah.
the book in the haversack, does that suppress that effect? Okay.
Remember the jar of mayonnaise thing I was telling you about? Leaks
I
through.
wonder if it'll just follow us. Probably.
Yeah.
you got a leaky jar of mayonnaise. You got problems.
Yep. And so the wizards get onto the wyverns, which fly. So there's kind of two in front and then two in back. They have reins like a carriage with a team of horses or even sled dogs or something like that. And they go. The furthest one is 20 feet away from the bow, and then the next one is a little bit further back. And it's just being supported by these floating discs. And you guys zoom in, and you guys go at flying speed, just 3 feet above the ground.
Cool.
Does it land every once in a while for the wyverns to rest, or is it literally just a week straight?
So the first
Cannonball
day,
run this thing. Let's go.
so you guys have to stop and roll wild magic and like roll wild magic because they make
The discs.
the discs. So there's going to be 8 wild magic possibilities. I think every hour.
Oh my god.
Well, it was nice knowing y'all.
There's no way.
Tensor's floating disc lasts 1 hour. They're traveling for 8 hours.
Do they do it ritually,
So
or are
that's-
they?
Um,
Because if they are
64
wizards, they can do it ritually.
they could do it ritually. That doesn't cost a spell slot,
But you're stopping.
but it's still
10
casting a
minutes each-
spell.
Yeah, but and you're stopping 10 minutes each time.
Exactly, and that's
So
going
it's
to be the
increasing travel
cumulative
time.
rest.
I mean, that's fine. Like, the stopping 10 minutes can add up to the
Exactly.
rest.
Yeah, but they are going to have to make. So if they're stopping 8 times, they're going to and casting 8 floating discs each time. That's 64 wild magic surges a day.
Okay.
All right,
We're rolling.
dice roller.
Yeah.
Do you want to pull it up?
I am pulling it.
On the R screen, I mean.
Make sure it's
Oh.
one that rolls them separately. Like,
Well, okay.
Not a cumulative
Also,
roll.
question here: we're just riding in a boat, so we're not actually actively participating in traveling. So does that mean we get 16 hours a day of things we can do?
Point.
I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 35, 36, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right.
64. Oh my god.
Okay.
That's an absolute.
You ready? Okay, so 3 or less.
See,
There's
two
one
nat
over there.
2 nat 20s.
1, 2.
3.
Yeah, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5,
that's a 2. So
6,
3,
7, 8,
yeah, 4,
9.
5, 6,
There's 9. No, 10.
7, 8, 9, 10,
Oh, I missed this one.
11, 11.
Wow.
Okay,
Pretty good odds.
Let's all roll a d100.
so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so we're just gonna look at the top ones and not, so that the top row, but not the last 2. This is day 1.
Wait.
And that's all we're looking at. This is the D20 roll. Okay.
Oh, I understand. Okay.
Alright, so the first one is a 4. Oh boy.
Should we just go around the table?
Yep. Alright, John. D100.
42. So this just randomly happens to one of the wizards while they're on a wyvern.
While we're taking a break,
Yeah.
one wizard feels very weak.
Okay.
13,
That's
Lucas.
Not the end of the world.
51.
I got some lesser restorations if what happens to me happens to them,
A bunch of mushrooms grow around a second one.
In the boat?
Prim is very happy.
Yeah, Prim is very happy, but even if she harvests it, it immediately disintegrates after 1 minute. Next one.
94.
94. A sword is conjured next to the other one, who gains a spiritual weapon for 1 minute.
Okay.
That's cool.
Alright, it would be Caitlin, but we'll go Michael.
Okay. 39.
The other one is feeling very dexterous. Alright, back to John.
gosh. 18. Wait, no, 98.
They are unable to move their fingers for 1 minute.
Oh, I'm glad it's only a minute.
99.
Oh my god.
98, 99. Roll 100.
Please.
The other one throws up.
What?
Oh, God.
You're just suffering.
Alright,
Oh, it was almost 100. 82.
82. The other one feels absolutely incredible. Next one.
35.
The next one loses the ability to smell for the entire day.
Man, got a stuffy nose.
Alright, I'm gonna roll this one.
I don't know if I can fix that with lesser.
Alright, 96.
96, 97, 98.
The other one feels so good. Like they could eat anything. Next one. John.
70.
70. Everyone heals.
Oh.
3d8 HP. You hadn't taken any, but you all healed 3d8.
Beautiful.
Is there one more?
There is one more.
60.
60?
Wait. 6.
6?
6.
Yeah, 6. Alright.
You they transform into a large empty barrel for 1 minute.
I know how that feels.
Yep. so to keep things light, if it's a 5 or less, that's only when we'll do it.
Goodness,
At this point.
650.
Because that's what bad things
Because that's what are called extreme. Everything else won't really matter.
Yeah.
Beyond a few minutes.
Someone's a barrel?
Yes.
One person is a barrel
Oh my
for 1
God.
minute.
We just
So
rolled
that is
64.
day 1.
Well,
I'm gonna have to do some too if we're able to do stuff in the boat.
So right now we're just on day 1, and so we'll just roll all of them, count how many wild magic surges there are, do that many, and then if it's 5 or less, then that'll be it.
Because I'm gonna cast, if we're able to craft in the boat, I'm gonna cast enhance ability again.
Go for it.
So that'll be, we'll have to
And I'll hold.
see if I can
right?
cast it. I'll sorcery point to reroll. We're good. And then wild magic surge. We're good.
Okay.
So that's a sorcery point down. I think it does matter.
And
And
if there's
then
a better dice roller, though.
everybody can still help me in the same ways.
Yes.
Yep. Well, Bowling Bond as much as I need to.
Thank you.
I don't know what I'm really doing, but
Guidance.
Oh.
And then also working on it.
I'm just stringing together. It's like a little crown.
Yeah. But we need to work on it for a total of 10 work days. So
10 business days. Great.
not 20 again. Oh my gosh, that one's cocked. But yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So 2 less than the last check. So 34 this time.
You're good.
Jesus.
So that's while we're traveling.
Yep. So over the course of that entire day, you guys are able to leave the wasteland.
Nice.
And you cross the Molin riverbed, which is almost an abyss. This is the same abyss that you actually fought through and fell into the day that you fought the deep dragon.
Oh gosh.
And so you fly over it, just completely almost ignoring it, over a land bridge that they are able to form using mold earth. And
Broken.
a whole bunch of times. But they create a land bridge and you guys just straight over it. And are barely even delayed. And you guys keep going. And at one point, one person turns into a barrel. The wizard leader, whose name is Tira, you find, is definitely confused about it. But after you guys explain, it's like it's this thing that happens with this book, and it's kind of following us for some reason. She's just like, well, we just have to kind of deal with it. And you guys keep going. You guys, as you pass the 6 mile mark, you do get out of the thunderstorm back into the normal wasteland. And then once you cross the Mullen Riverbed, you actually go into snow. And you see permafrost. And you are, all of a sudden, it is way colder than it was in the wasteland. In the wasteland, it was unbearably hot. And literally the second you cross over the Mullen Riverbed, you are in very, very cold. Despite it being August. Admittedly the end of August, but it immediately gets much, much colder. And at around 6 p.m., you guys stop for the night. And what do you guys want to do?
So,
You guys just spent 16 hours doing whatever, so
Sleep.
yeah.
well,
It's just, do you want to make the Rogan's Island retreat or whatever?
oh, I can, and I can. Do we want to let the other people? Okay, well, I could make that, but the magic item tracks 8 hours at a time. So should I roll for that again?
Yes.
Okay. So.
I mean, with the numbers you've been getting, I can't imagine it's going to be an issue.
Well, I keep getting that 20s, but yeah. What's the DC for uncommon item, or for this
Uncommon,
one
I think
specifically?
for uncommon, I think it was 15.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's gonna be pretty hard, but that will be enough.
For uncommon, like it goes up like with the harder it is, but you're doing uncommons that they're not
Yeah.
difficult to make.
So
For,
yeah.
As high level as 4.
So we'll go up to 9 out of 10, and I'll write down what the roll actually is.
Okay.
Oh, that's another cast though.
Yep.
Dang it, cocked. Sorcery point. Okay, another second spell slot.
Okay.
Another
Roll out
sorcery
magic.
point. Yep. It was close, but it's a 17.
Okay. All right. You guys successfully complete your first day. Do you guys make your island retreat?
Yeah, I'll make it.
Okay. So, as you
That's also wild magic. We're good.
So the weather in this area is much clearer. Obviously, there's no more thunderstorm, and you can see the sky. It's much better. It's just kind of chilly, but you can. It's cold, but you can see snow on the ground and everything. And as you cast your Rokan's Island retreat, roll wild magic for me.
I did. It was a 10.
It was a 10.
So we're good.
You hear a huge flapping of wings. And above you from the east, you see a silhouette blocking out a ton of stars. And as it gets closer in the moonlight, you see its blue reflection.
Oh no.
And you see another one right behind it. And you see 2 adult blue dragons begin coming towards you guys. And as it gets closer, one of them, with a shout that seems to echo through the entire area, shouts, "Telindrend!" We're gonna end it there.
Wow. Okay.
So they know him.
I think they all know each other.
So yeah, we're gonna end it there, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Good night.